What's going on, y'all? Oh man, y'all come on in here. I'm running behind from our previous live, but we up in here. We are up in here. Hit the like button as you come in, y'all. Some of you all wanted it. Most of you all wanted it, rather. So we're gonna check this out. This is Candace in her episode to an open letter to President Donald Trump. My response. You know, because she got mad and he told Erica Kirk to sue their asses. Candace, don't nobody give a damn about you throwing a temper tantrum, girl. No one cares. if Erica Kirk wants to sue you, she will. You've been dragging her through the mud for the last, 3-4 months straight. And this is after they told her, why don't you fly your behind out here to Arizona? To Phoenix and come face us, you know, alien to TPUSA. And she never did. She said, George told me no, and then that was it. And none of the candy asses questioned her on that. None of them ever said, why is he telling you no? Nope. We thought you were your own grown woman, Candy. No. She just said George said no. And for no other reason, him saying no. And yet we have photos of him walking through an airport being captured in a picture with a black eye. Come on now. Candace, Cadence, Karen. You have no issue with giving George a black eye potentially. But he tell you no, you cannot go and face TPUSA in person. And you just kind of bowed out and showed us how much of a coward you really are. She ran away from an opportunity to have a one-on-one debate with Erica Kirk face-to-face on national television. All because George said no. And then now we see him in airports with black eyes and she's got a broken foot. You can't make this up. So apparently she felt like she needed to respond to Trump for something. And all I know is she said he's gay. And I was like, oh, good God. All right. So she threw a tantrum. And you all said, let's check this out. So we're going to get to it. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to all my moms. I appreciate you guys. You guys hanging there with me. We're going to get through this video. And that's it. This is the only one we're going to check out for the night. Anything else, I'll schedule for a separate live on tomorrow. But all we're going to do is this here, y'all, because this is something else. Cheryl said I'm first. Fran is up in here. Shout out to my boss, Saint. Cheryl back up in here. Came over 5. Thank you so much for the support. Poetry Princess. Hey, LLC. I'm so happy I made it to the live. Mr. LLC girl. Girl, make sure you check out the other one. We got the Muppet malware up there on dating apps talking about her brother and cousins using it. No sign of Buster the dog. Oh, and she's got a security detail when we need the protection from her ass. Crazy stuff. Now we got Candace. 2 crazy ass weird black women to deal with. Y'all, you can't make this up. Cheryl said, I'm ready. Got my phone. Just oh, Fran is back with us. Camille, what's going on? How you doing? Y'all ready? We're going to get to it. We are going to get to it. Candace called Donald Trump gay. Can you believe it? Ooh, she can bold up in here. Y'all. All right, Candace, tell us what's wrong. Use your words. Let's get to it. Hit the phone where you can see it here. Let's go.
Hopefully these words will get to him. So I'll just say that. Dear Mr. President Trump, I've always been a fan of gladiator movies. I have watched them all countless times. Everybody who watches this podcast knows that. And when I consider what it is that I am so drawn to, like, is it the actors? Is it the storyline? Yeah, in part, of course, who could deny like the performance of Russell Crowe in the first film? But above all of that, the characters, the script, there sits this sort of incontrovertible truth that I am absolutely fascinated by, which is the fragility of empires, right? What is it ultimately that collapses an empire? What makes an emperor weak or an emperor strong? I think more to the heart of the matter, the question is, what is it that makes a king or an emperor feel threatened initially, right? The setup of every movie is always the same. You have The wealthy elites, the politicians perched above a coliseum, slaves fighting to their deaths beneath, all for their distinct entertainment, obviously. And then comes the inevitable narrative flip. Suddenly, the elites and their scribes and the senators, they perceive a threat. And when does that happen? That's actually not a rhetorical question, Mr. President. I know the answer. It is when a slave begins to command the crowd. Every single time.
Candace, are you calling yourself a slave? Because why go through all that you said where, it wasn't always slaves fighting, as gladiators either. They weren't always slaves. So what is your point? Are you calling yourself a slave and calling him a slave master? I don't understand why the rhetoric where you not pointing out the full truth of how gladiator fights were conducted, in history. Something you would have to read. Who wrote this script? Because clearly she's reading it. This is what happens when Candace sticks to the script. I don't even think she's taking a breath, like a deep, hard breath. Yeah, you got to stay looking in the camera, though.
Without fail. That's when the politicians begin to feel worried. And what is of particular interest to me about that moment is that the slaves, on their end, they never desire the seats of the politicians, right? They just want to have their most basic needs met. In most circumstances, they'd happily would serve some sort of structure of governance forever if their basic needs could be met, but it's proven to be a historical impossibility, right? Inevitably, we arrive at the moment of political extravagance, the fabled let them eat cake moment. They just can't stop, right?
Candace, let them eat cake was from the French. Antoinette. Yeah, where people were starving. They weren't all slaves. They were just citizens who were tired of the caste system where the poor were getting poorer and the rich were getting rich. And you had a monarchy where Antoinette said, let them eat cake. And then they took her head off. That's not Greeks or Spartacus or, what do you tell? Those are two different eras. What are we talking about here? She was talking about Spartacus and Colosseums and gladiator fights. And then said, let them eat cake. That's nope. What are we really doing this? Candace, please don't make me have to Google history. I'm not in the mood, girl. All right, I'm not in the mood. Why didn't you clarify what era that came from? Oh my goodness. So the French king and queen that said that about their citizens not having, the ability to get food, or were tired of being under a monarchy and being subjected to a king and king rule where they didn't care about their own people, starving to death. Got sick of it when she said, let them eat cake, because she didn't care. And then they took their heads off and they had a revolution. What are we getting to here, Candace? You gotta make your point, girl. Make your point.
There can be absolutely no truth between a master and his slave for that reason. The nature of the relationship forbids it. And I think about this a lot now, very often, mostly in the context of our late mutual friend, Charlie Kirk. I think to myself, when was the exact moment that Charlie Kirk understood that he was not free? That he had.
Charlie was not a slave. What do you mean? How is this gonna go? Charlie was not a slave. I don't understand. This is the one who gets upset about being Candace. You have court April 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from the French president and the first lady that are suing you for defamation. Since we're sitting here talking about let them eat cake. Ironically, that came from the French queen at the time that didn't care about their citizens. You can't make this up. Charlie Kirk was not a slave. What are we doing?
Money, and they had fame, but he did not actually have freedom. Between you and I, whoever it was that made the decision to kill him was correct in their assessment that he was indeed a threat, because Charlie Kirk could command a crowd. He was capable of that. So much so that he actually, if you think about it, he's been dead for 7 months and the crowd still moves on his behalf. That's incredible. That is
Yeah, no, you're upset about that. So if he could command a crowd and he believed in the First Amendment, then how was he enslaved? He never purported himself to be a slave. Not that I've seen or heard. I haven't seen or heard every clip, in video that he's done, but I don't recall him ever referring to himself as being enslaved. So when did he ever give the impression that he was enslaved? When did he ever say that? That is the last thing he ever came off and gave the impression to anyone that he was enslaved, mentally or emotionally or spiritually. He never purported himself to being enslaved to anything. That is why he believed in the First Amendment. I don't believe anyone could force him to do anything. So either he was smart and independent and intelligent, or he was enslaved, naive, and impressionable. Which one is it? Why is she painting this picture? What did she call Donald Trump gay again?
real power, Mr. Trump.
Girl.
You should ask yourself, how did he achieve it? I would offer it's because he never sat above, perched, looking down at the slaves, right? Charlie understood how movements were built and, more crucially, how they were sustained. Someone actually said to me shortly after his death that Charlie was a maestro. He understood that every instrument was needed to command an orchestra. The strings, the woodwind, the brass, the percussion, all very different sounds, but he could hear them each brilliantly, each section. And at various times, he would conduct one sound above the other, more flute, less violin,
So he was
cello,
intelligent.
Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, different instruments, to be sure. But only a fool or someone under the express direction of one could have thought to hit send on what you published on Truth Social last night. And I think that we should read it together, Mr. President, shall we? Okay, here's what you wrote. You wrote,
Hold on. You can't say he's a fool for exercising the First Amendment. He has the right to publish it. You don't have to like it, but he has the right to publish it. Doesn't that go against what Charlie Kirk upheld with freedom of speech and expression? Just like the candy asses have the right to say what they say in my chat, because you enter my chat at your own peril. Doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here and exercise my right to read they bullshit. I want all the candy ass cult members to know, I don't care how you feel. The end. Hit the like button. You can stay or go. Don't care. But how dare she make it seem as if he can't post up a post exercising First Amendment rights, but yet she gets to say what she wants to say as a response? What do you mean? Freedom of speech is not one way. It's not a one-way street. That's not how that works here. You don't like it? Get out of our country. I don't even know what else to tell you, girl. But I'm just waiting on her to say when did Charlie Kirk ever give the impression that he was enslaved? I'm waiting on that one. Is she gonna ever prove that or what? She's putting it out there. Candace, this is ridiculous.
I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon, because they have one thing in common: low IQs. They are stupid people. They know it, their families know it, and everyone else knows it too. Look at their past. Look at their record. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been.
Okay, correct. Just someone help me out. When did Alex Jones start beefing with Donald Trump? Because I thought he was a fan. I don't watch Alex Jones like that. When did Alex Jones start beefing with that? When did Alex Jones start beefing with Donald Trump? Put Candace Owens to the side for a second. When did that happen? I didn't know Alex Jones was mad at Donald Trump. Oh, God. They all voted for him, didn't they not? When I said a while ago? Well, when is a while ago? So don't stop saying I'm a slave to Reese's Cups. Oh, Reese's Pieces. I thought Alex Jones loved Donald Trump. What the heck? Now he calling him a stupid person. When did that happen? Man. Alex Jones mad? Don't he have a whole lawsuit settlement to pay? The last thing he should be doing is ruining that opportunity. All this time, he's been Donald Trump's best friend. Now he's mad and being called stupid.
Been thrown off television, lost their
No, that's
shows,
crazy.
and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They are nut jobs, troublemakers, and they will say anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity. Now they think they can get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts, but nobody's talking about them. And their views are the opposite of MAGA, or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. Okay, let's park it there. Let's just chew on that portion right there first, because it is a stunning break from reality. So I'll ask the question, do you have any idea why it was, Mr. President, that your old tweets, the sentences you used to say, which were typically definitely insults back in 2015, but do you ever wonder why they worked? I can help you. Ready? It's because they were rooted in some element of truth. Okay. So if you called Rosie O'Donnell.
So you can't say he lied about anything if you're saying they're rooted in truth. Did she forget she voted for him? Candace, are you a Republican, a conservative, or what? I mean, what are we doing here? As an apolitical person, I'm just asking. We're just asking questions. So I take it she will never vote for a Republican. You can't make this up. So it was rooted in truth when he was throwing out insults. Ooh, are you mad or what? I mean, how did we get here?
Attractive, or when you said Hillary Clinton should be in prison. It played to the crowd because although many people thought it was inappropriate and beneath the dignity of a politician, it was based in truth, right? Hillary Clinton's done some things. Now, you can call Megyn Kelly a great many things. I have definitely had my political disagreements with her over the years. Low IQ? Really? Tucker Carlson, low IQ? Me, low IQ? The three of us unsuccessful somehow? When you write stuff like that, you just demonstrate nothing but your own irrationality. It just doesn't.
Okay, so he can say that Rosie O'Donnell is unattractive, but if he refers to Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and Candace, Amber, Rose, Owens, Farmer as the three stooges with low IQs, then all of a sudden, oh no, he can't say that. What do you mean? It's freedom of speech. No. He called you a low IQ person. The end. Candace, we here in the Lady Luck Club laugh at you. But he gets to say that about you if you're okay with him saying that Rosie O'Donnell is unattractive. What is wrong with you? Why is an insult somehow that definition of that term changes based upon whom he's referring to? So if he says that Candace Owens has a low IQ and a stupid person, oh, you can't say that. But, oh, Rosie O'Donnell is unattractive. Well, that's rooted in some truth. What do you mean? So what are you defining to be truth? Based on what you like? That's not how that works. She also doesn't know who said let them eat cake either. This is coming from someone who has no idea who proclaimed let them eat cake. History is not fundamental to her at all. Neither is reading. Candace, you cannot sit here and pick and choose when he has hurled an insult versus said something rooted in truth. By saying, well, if it's about me, I don't like it, you can't say it. No, he can't say it. You just don't like it. There's the difference. What's wrong with her? Candace, I thought you were going to go in on this. Are we schooling Donald Trump or what? I mean, what are we doing?
Land. Nobody cares about them anymore. Really? You're the leader of the free world and you're tweeting about us. I think that means somebody cares. Actually, what nobody cares about anymore, and what you seem to have an inability to comprehend, is that traditional cable news no longer moves the needle. Cable TV is a dying medium. FDR.
What does that have to do with him calling you a low IQ stupid person? Are you on cable news? No. So who cares? What is her? This is her clapback. Y'all, this is a clapback to the low IQ stupid person thing. Wait a minute. I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones, which is new to me, have all been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the number one state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon because they have one thing in common. Low IQs, they're stupid people. They know it. Their families know it. And everyone else knows it. Two, look at their past. Look at their record. Candace, what does that have to do with cable? We're not watching cable right now. We're watching your video on your YouTube channel from YouTube. And YouTube is not a cable, it's not a cable platform. What are we talking about? Why is her response including something about cable television? We don't care about that. If you don't believe in mainstream media, then you just don't. Why bring it up? It's a moot point. This is her clapback, because she was called a stupid person with a low IQ by a whole president. And her clapback is to talk about something regarding cable television. Like, cable TV is a dying medium. Candace, we know that. Why are you just not figuring that out?
FDR, he used the radio, right? His voice, the fireside chats, it worked. It moved audiences when it was new. And when the world transitioned there, and then suddenly it was the dawn of television, JFK's good looks on the screen, that served him. And he used that. Once again, fast forward to today, and the world is technologically advancing. Yet you're launching insults at what you don't comprehend. Joe Rogan is not going to do Fox News hits. Do you understand this?
Why do you care about that? What does that have to do with what we've read so far? I don't understand what her response is about. Like, why are we talking about that? He didn't name Joe Rogan. Candace, he called you a low IQ stupid person. He didn't call Joe Rogan's name in the post. Why are you bringing him up? He didn't say anything about cable television. From what we've read so far, neither of those things have come up. And you still don't know who said let them eat cake.
He's not trying to get on CNN. None of us are. I don't know how else to help you understand. You are quite literally mocking people because they comprehend something that you don't. Tucker Carlson is more powerful than you. Deep down, I think you know that. And I think you resent that, which is proven by your next lines. Let's read on. You continue, MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump. Not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist. Okay. Obviously.
Does anyone care about CNN? Seriously. I mean, I thought, you got people who are Republicans and Democrats that really don't care for mainstream media or CNN. Do we care? CNN does not pay my bills. Do we really care? Does anyone care about CNN in the chat? Hit the 4 if you care about CNN. If they pay your rent or mortgage, hit the 4. That way I can gauge in why you care about them. Do we care about CNN? Like, it's irrelevant. Her whole point should be what now? How did we get to you calling him gay?
Carlson is in his prime. The whole world understands that. That sentence, he couldn't even finish college. Are you aware that your base is comprised of blue-collar workers who never went to college, many who never so much wanted to go to?
Candace says she has 2 degrees. Are we ever going to see evidence of that? Candace, you said you earned 2 degrees in journalism and in English. Where is the evidence of your 2 degrees? Why would you even say that if you know you did not earn 2 degrees? You're talking about things that you've lied about that can easily be used against you anywhere, on any platform. I've done 2 separate videos at least about her lying about obtaining 2 degrees that no one has seen proof or evidence of. You dropped out of college and then you somehow magically earned 2 degrees and no one knows the school, the year, none of that. Where are these 2 degrees? Because we're still waiting on her evidence of this 2 degrees. She's trying to make it seem as if, well, your base is people who didn't go to school. Well, that's not true because you got college campuses filled with people that voted for him. Candace is the only one lying about having 2 degrees. Because she wanted to one up on Piers Morgan. Where is this evidence of your 2 degrees, Candace? And why won't the candy asses ask you for that? Like, why won't the cult members just ask her, hey, can you show evidence of your 2 degrees? Can you just post the degrees up? We would like to see it. We want to be able to flaunt it around and brag about it on Lady Luck Club's channel. We want to brag about your actual 2 degrees being posted in real time. Can you post them up? None of her cult members will challenge her to post up her 2 degrees. You can't make this up. Candace, why lie about being educated if you don't value education and you're trying to give this impression that most of his supporters don't have degrees? What do you mean? You claim to have 2. So where is it? Where are they? To the candy asses, when you ask anyone on earth, what has Candace Owens lied about? She lied about having 2 degrees because she has not given any evidence to prove that she has obtained 2 degrees. And none of you will ask her because cult and, you're cowards. You will not challenge her to post it. When it's as simple as you all saying, post up your 2 degrees. Post them up. Real accredited degrees. Let's see them. What school did you get them from again, Candace? They refuse to try. They will worship the ground she walks on all day, every day. But they will not ask her to post up proof that she obtained 2 degrees. Because that is the one lie they keep ignoring. That she cannot prove. And they won't even challenge her to prove it. Because they know it's going to make them look and sound like the dumb cult members that they are. She lies straight to their faces about having 2 degrees. And they won't even check her on it. Oh, such good little cult members.
College never dreamed it. The farmers, the ranchers, the plumbers, the electricians, the people who work with their hands, you now stick your nose up to all of those people. Do you know who else didn't go to college? Charlie Kirk didn't go to college. Also, those men, many, I would say, a lot of the men and women that you and Pete Hegseth want to send to their deaths in the Middle East, many of them, probably most of them, didn't go to college. And let me be perfectly clear here when I say that each and every one of them is infinitely more smart and more capable than you and the people that you surround yourself with in this moment. But let's continue. Because CNN says you got 100% support. You write, or Megyn Kelly, who nastily asked me the now famous only Rosie O'Donnell question, or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me,
Candace, you have court on April 28th at 10 a.m. Oh, man. He literally just advocated for the Macrons to mollywop you in court. Candace, you remember when you admitted on X.com that you actually defamed that woman? And tried to make it seem as if because you defamed her in Tennessee that the case should be dismissed? Yeah, no, that's a whole comment up on that one. He said, may she win many, many dollars. Y'all, oh, this is priceless. And the candy asses in the chat are asking me if I'm pro-Trump when I said I'm apolitical. It's like they don't hear either. So they don't read. They don't demand that Candace post her 2 degrees up. And they don't hear well. Reading is not fundamental for them. I'm apolitical. Trump does not pay my bills no more than Biden does. Period. I have the freedom to give criticism or praise to either president, no matter what side of the aisle they're on, because being a Democrat or Republican does not get you into heaven. God will not care on Judgment Day. Neither do I. Then they act like the stuff pays my rent. No, it doesn't. My knee pays your bills. My knee. You can't go to the store and say, I'm a Republican. Let me get $300 worth of free groceries. That's not how that works. Or the gas station to say, I'm a Democrat. I'm getting a full fill up and I'm not paying. They will lock you up. In both scenarios, you will go to jail. It's called theft. That political stuff, for me personally, does not move or shift anything in my life. It does not take care of me and my family or my kids or anything. I don't owe one side of the aisle nothing, then I do the other. That's how you know you have true freedom right there. When you can say, I don't have to be Republican or Democrat. I'm just me. And I'm still queen of YouTube and boss lady. It's all about the values and things that I agree and don't agree with. I agree that the Macrons some mollywop Candace in court. And she's going to lose because laws and evidence are a thing. Not because of politics. Nope. Finding a fact, law, and evidence. That's how that works. Candace, you're going to lose like hell.
The First Lady of France is a far more beautiful woman than Candace. In fact, it's not even close.
Oh, Candace. Oh, is she going to put up the picture of E.T. with the blonde wig? Oh, geez. Oh, Candace, I got to play that again. Candace. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, man.
Accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is a far more beautiful woman than Candace. In fact, it's not even close.
Damn. Oh, Lord have mercy. Candace, is this why you turned around and called this man gay? You called Donald Trump gay because he said Brigitte Macron is prettier than you. Candace. Girl, you can't make this up. I think that's the big. She could have just read that one sentence in this entire post. Y'all, this face is epic. This freeze frame right here. Money shot. She could have read that one line in this entire post. All the rest of the post is irrelevant. It's that one line that got to her. I can't dice. I see straight through you, you hologram of an alien. That is the one line that has infuriated her. He wants the Macrons to mollywop her in court. Y'all remember when Candace was begging Trump to say something? Saying, how dare the Macrons sue me? It's a violation of First Amendment rights. Where's the president on this? Where's J.D. Vance on this? Y'all remember that? Hit the floor if you remember Candace begging the president to say something about the Macron lawsuit. Hit the phone if you remember her asking for the president and vice president of the United States of America to say something about a lawsuit, a civil matter, that she got hit with from the First Lady of France. Hit the phone. Hit the phone. Hit the phone if you remember that. She said, where is the president and vice president? And why are they allowing the Macrons to attack free speech and expression? How dare they sue a member of the press, a podcaster over here in the United States of America? Why isn't the president and the vice president doing more? Y'all remember that? You know why? Because the president was sitting here saying to himself, this has got to be the dumbest girl roaming the earth. She just got hit with a lawsuit from a whole nother president of an entirely different country. Because she called that man's wife a man with no DNA test results to prove it. And now she want me to say something about this. Candace, Donald Trump has spoken. Now he's shown you exactly how he feels about it. He wants them to win. The end. Now you see why he said nothing. Oh, this is priceless. Candace. Trump has basically told you he wants them to win and get all the money. So all this time you were wondering why he was so silent. Yeah, because he wanted them to win. You defamed this woman and took away her motherhood by saying she was born a man and did not give birth or have children. Candace, you haven't shown us evidence that you gave birth 4 times. When are you going to show us pictures and videos of you being in the hospital giving birth? Because, I mean, apparently that's what you and the Candy ass cult members require. You all require that this woman show you all photos of her giving birth and pushing out babies. And then you still wouldn't believe that. So why can't Candace produce the same evidence? I mean, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. In this case, Candace, the alien. Show us photos and videos of you pushing out a baby. Because, you know, we demand that evidence to prove that you gave birth and that you're a human being and not an actual alien. I mean, come on. You and Grimace can come up with something. Oh, Trump has told her exactly how he feels. He wants you to lose. Like hell. Candace, you're going to lose because the law is not on your side. Neither is evidence. They're not going to ask you if you are a Democrat or Republican when you go to court on April 28th. They're going to hear your motion to dismiss. That's what's going to happen. They could care less about your voting record. The court's not supposed to care about that. So Candace, have fun. I will be reporting on that lawsuit hearing. Oh, that's so good.
This Brigitte Macron. Who did you write that sentence for? Not even Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel.
Yep, he said she's prettier than you. Candace, you're going to have to go to sleep knowing that the president of the United States wants Brigitte Macron to win the lawsuit against you for millions of dollars and has called this woman far prettier than you. Then you're going to have to be okay with that. If Candace goes into a state of depression over this, I have many, many questions to ask you. First of all, how did George get that black eye again?
Macron applauded that sentence. Okay. They said incroyable. It doesn't help. Sometimes propaganda, when it's too naked, actually just hurts the cause that it purports to support. What is your obsession with Brigitte? This Brigitte Macron in the swimsuit, you think that you can command people, men, straight men, to suddenly think that Brigitte is hot? Did you date Jean-Michel Trogneau? Are you gay? Why are you so obsessed calling me from the White House? Stop talking about Brigitte.
There it is. Candace, you asked him if he's gay. Candace, are you gay? Is she serious? Oh, girl. I think it's only fair that we ask Candace to explain herself in this. Girl, don't make me pull it up. Let me go back to it. Because, Candace, you forgot this is a thing. Candace, you forgot about this. Huh? Girl, what we seeing? We watching another woman kissing all over your face. You getting another kiss on the face and grabbing another woman's butt. Candace, can you explain that? Candace, are you gay? Candace, are you gay? Are you bisexual? I mean, what are you calling it? Is it the Bullying Down Club effect? How's this going? Because George is gay. She thinks everybody's husband is gay. Candace, you think everybody's husband is gay because your husband is gay. Do we need to pull up that video? We got photos on that too. Candace, what the hell is this? Come on, Candace. Y'all explain to me what your cult leader doing right here. Oh, man. Is Christ king in this? Y'all please tell me if Christ is still king. Need to know.
Hey, guys. It's me, Samantha.
Who is this?
I'm still perfect and pretty and skinny. And yeah, maybe Candace got a little.
Candace, is Christ King in this? Was Christ King in this video while no one was kissing all over you like this with a glass of wine? Was Christ King? I don't know how this is a joke. How is this a joke? Candace, this woman was not playing with you, okay?
Chubby in quarantine, but at least I'm still cute because I'm.
That's not AI.
That's not AI at all.
Hey guys, it's me.
Look at that.
Samantha.
Deep, long kisses.
I'm still.
Candace. You didn't tell her one time. Okay, get off me. Not one time did you tell her to get off you. You asking if Donald Trump is gay? Candace, I need you to understand something. To the candy asses, I need y'all to pay attention. If this video was Donald Trump and George Farmer, the internet would be in an uproar. The earth would stop rotating around the sun for many people. Everyone would be calling Donald Trump gay if he was doing this to George Farmer in a video. Can I get an amen? Everybody would say Donald Trump is gay if he was kissing on George Farmer in a video like this. I'm telling you all, y'all know it. Come on, candy asses. Y'all gotta stop being so uptight. They get so mad and then they just, I'm leaving. And then they come back. Y'all know if Donald Trump was kissing all over George Farmer like this, you all will be calling him gay from now until kingdom come. You know it. Come on, candy asses, hit the phone.
So perfect and pretty and skinny. And yeah, maybe Candace got a little chubby in quarantine, but at least I'm still cute because I'm.
That's not AI.
Hey guys, it's me, Samantha.
Imagine this being Donald Trump and George Farmer. I'm just saying. Then you would be able to ask him, are you gay? Candace, you haven't seen anything with him doing any of this with another man. Fair is fair, okay? Now, to the candy asses, if there is a video of Donald Trump kissing all over a man like this, or George Farmer, and specifically George Farmer, because that would just be funny, please send it to me. Email me that video. I want to see that. I want to see a video with George Farmer and Donald Trump kissing all over each other. Because that would, we'll definitely show that. You kidding me? Y'all, you can't make this up. This is crazy as hell. Candace is asking if Donald Trump is gay, and this is a video she's been in, and this is not the only time she's been caught in a compromising situation with another woman.
I'm still perfect and pretty and skinny.
How many times does a woman have to kiss her on the face? I mean, goodness. She doing full spit and lips and tongue and everything, all on the cheeks. Y'all, it's so gross.
Got a little chubby in quarantine, but
Candace, you can do what you do. What I'm saying is gross is the fact that she's leaving the spit print. She drinking wine and stuff. All the juice sitting on your face and your cheek like that. You can wash your face off.
At least I'm still cute because I'm.
That's not AI.
That is not AI. That's not AI either, Candace. This is not AI. Candace, are you gay? Are you bisexual? Maybe you like boys and girls. Okay, whatever. It's 2026. But you do not have standing to ask if Donald Trump is gay when you're doing things that would have people walking away saying you're definitely gay or bisexual. No one's gonna beat you up over it. But we're just trying to figure out why you're being hypocritical. Yeah, she is grabbing this woman's ass with her whole hand. It's not like a finger. It's the open palm of her hand, her right hand. Can you believe it? Candace, you can't ask someone if they're gay when you are taking photos and videos like this. Do you understand? It's hypocritical. It's just hypocritical. You don't think Trump has seen this? Candace. Where's the one with, oh, we gotta find the one with George. Candace, you know I'm looking for the one with George. Because you know you can't make this stuff up. She's sitting here talking about, are you gay? Are you gay? What do you mean? What? Oh, Candace, I get tagged in so much. Where's the one with George? Because she out here playing. George, oh, he walking around with black eyes, y'all. Poor dude. She got, Candace, are you still wearing this cloven hoof? You still wearing this boot? What the hell happened to your foot? Maybe she broke it when she heard that Trump wants the Macrons to win. It's like, damn it. And it just kind of shattered it. You can't make this up. Candace, people thinking you're abusing this man. Oh, this is the best meme right here. Candace, this is a whole meme. They literally have compared you and George to the French president and Brigitte Macron. Can you believe it? Candace, can you believe this? It's the irony of it all. She's sitting here calling Brigitte Macron a man, and yet there's a whole meme made about her being Brigitte Macron. You know, the black African American version. You can't make this up. How did George get that black eye, Candace? You know that's gonna come up in court. It's all gonna be designed to, you know, help the judge and jury understand your character. You know, she beats her husband, and he willfully took photos in the airport with his black eye. Candace. Candace, you're being compared to Brigitte Macron. Oh, this is priceless. Because you over there beating on George's ass. What's wrong with you? Candace beating on his ass. And they do a whole meme. Ironically, oh, this got to come up in court. Your Honor, Exhibit A. The defendant herself has put her hands on her husband while she claims that my client is abusive. So is she. Shit. Both of them abusive. There you go. I see. I can be fair. Okay. I'm going to be fair. If Brigitte Macron smacked the hell out of Emmanuel Macron, Candace Owens kicked the crap out of him and gave him a black eye. I think that's more than fair. That's more than fair. Is all I'm going to give you, candy asses. I'll give you that one. Brigitte Macron probably is abusive. She probably does smack him around a little bit. So does Candace. You can make this out. Candace, I'm going to look for that video of George sitting in a restaurant hugged up with another man. Yeah, there's a photo of that. Yeah, because, you know, he doesn't do that with you at all. All right, let's get back to it.
That's called me from the White House. Stop talking about Brigitte. Is it a physical attraction truly that you had there?
Oh, girl.
Back when he was better looking, I suppose. Did you sleep with him when he was a man? Do you think people care? To your point about, I hope she wins money since it's all you see, gold, shekels.
Oh,
Do you think your base cares when the subject matter is children that are being statutorily raped by their supervisors? Do you understand that no one in MAGA, in true MAGA, cares about money above truth and protecting children? Did you connect that dot when we revolted against you saying, what about the Epstein files? That seems to be a theme with you. Protecting people who harm children. Why do you keep doing that? Why do you want people to be sued for standing up to that class? We continue. Let's go back to your message conclusively, right?
Candace,
Or
show the photo
bankrupt
again.
Alex Jones,
Ooh, she
who
big
says
man.
some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune
Deal.
as he should have. It's all about money for you, Trump, isn't it? For his horrendous attack on the
Oh, my
families
God.
of the Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculously claiming that it was a hoax. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Now, fake news CNN, who you literally, you just cited as saying you had 100% support. So are they fake or are they real, Trump? Now, the fake news CNN.
Oh, Candace, come on. You don't even care for CNN. What are you trying to defend, girl? That's why I kept saying, does anyone care about CNN? Seriously. Do we care? What are you making an issue of? He calls everybody fake. I mean, that's one thing I can say he's consistent with, calling everybody fake. You know, it's so funny. If Candace doesn't like what you're saying, she's going to call you fake too. Wow, it is funny how, you somehow exhibit the same trait. If you don't like it, it's fake. I mean, what the hell is wrong with her? Who cares about CNN or MSNBC or whatever? Or Fox News, any of them? If you don't care about the mainstream media, what do you care? She said that she didn't care about mainstream media. She also tried to say that she's not Democrat or Republican. Y'all remember that? I couldn't believe it. She said that in a whole episode. And y'all, we keep the captions up for a reason. Because sometimes the thing she says is so stupid, I have to read it for myself on the closed caption. She tried to actually play the neutral zone. And it was just like, no. You can't. It's too late for you. You can't make this up. That's why the candy asses keep asking me if I support Trump or not. What difference does it make? Trump doesn't pay my mortgage. He don't pay my bills. I'm not bothering Trump. He's not bothering me. It's almost like the mentality that if you don't vote for him, you're not going to heaven or something. Like, what do you mean? There are a lot of people who are not political. A lot of people who are not political. And I choose to be that way. I choose to stay neutral because I always want to be able to have my independent thought. That's how we can laugh at Candace and laugh at her putting up that photo of E.T. in the wig. Candace, I got something for you. Just because you keep doing that, and I said every time you would, I will post this photo up. I told you, girl, I will post this up. Every time you put up that photo of Brigitte Macron in that wig, this is Candace's alter ego. Y'all say hello to Jermaine Stewart. Candace, we didn't know that you could rock that beard so well. I mean, that little mustache. Because deep down on the inside, this is Candace's inner personality. So why she keeps letting women kiss on her and grabbing women's butts. Y'all say hey to Candace. You want to keep sitting here playing this game, girl? Two can play this game. You keep doing this. Oh, Your Honor, Exhibit B. At least Jermaine Stewart was talented. He could sing, dance a little bit. Oh, somehow he managed to still look like Candace Owens doing it. Oh, Candace. Oh, thou dost have a lot of testosterone in thy face. Oh, good grief. This is something else. She keeps playing around with that. Why do you keep putting the photo of E.T. in a wig? And your dumb cult members get mad when I put up a photo of Jermaine Stewart. Come on. This is Candace's twin. In another lifetime, her and Jermaine Stewart are one and the same. Oh, man, good grief. Candace, you look just like Jermaine Stewart. Stop playing. You can't do that. That woman is going to mollywop you in court. She's going to mollywop you, Candace. I hope you know that. And I've been saying this the whole time. Don't forget it.
The failing New York Times and all of the other radical left news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time in their lives. They are not MAGA. They are losers. Just trying to latch onto MAGA as president. I could get them on my side anytime I want. But when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on world and country affairs. And after a few times, they go nasty, just like Marjorie Trader Brown. But I no longer care about that stuff. I only care about doing what's right for our country. MAGA is about winning. and strength in not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons. MAGA is about making America great again, and these people have no idea how to do that, but I do, because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. President Donald J. Trump. Was that written by Mark Levin, like when he was 6? Or who put this message together? The hottest country in the world because we're bombing kids for no reason, because we just killed 150 schoolgirls for no reason, because you guys just lied about 6 of our servicemen who died, and they had to leak that to CBS News, that you were lying about what was happening. Is that what makes us hot? Is Hot Girl Summer being led by Brigitte Macron and people who attack people, other journalists, for telling the truth? Is like, what's going on? Who put this message together for you and hit send? You're citing CNN, but you're also dissing CNN for having produced certain polls. I don't know. You just told us that we couldn't get on CNN, but now you're saying that we have good coverage on CNN. You're all over the place. It seems like you can't put together a coherent thought. Let me tell you something, and this is just reality, okay? Going back to just the rules of the jungle. Okay, let all the politicians and advisors around you evaporate for just a moment. Just you and me, ready? People will not fight beside, behind, or for someone who is fundamentally disloyal, okay? If disloyalty and deceit is in your nature, then I highly suggest that you combine it with silence. You can be what you are.
No, you don't get to tell people to stop talking. That's what you and your dumb coat have not realized. First Amendment rights aren't limited, and they're not one way. You get to say what you want on your channel, despite your cult members and you running around here talking about people trying to shut us up. Candace has not shut up. So after 7 months of her saying all kinds of buffoonery and going after a widow, you know, something that the Bible says don't do, she is still talking. Who's shutting her up? No one's shutting her up. But she always wants other people to be silent and be quiet. No, heifer. No one's going to stop talking because you don't like what's being said. That's not how free speech works. I don't care about your dumb tantrum. Candace. A source told me that you're not from this planet. I mean, we can do this all day. You want to sit here and send a photo of E.T. in a blonde wig and say that's Brigitte Macron? And somehow you deny Grimace every single time. The audacity. You claim to be an alien, you White Walker. And you want people to shut up. You don't like our U.S. Constitution. Then leave the U.S. Go, listen, didn't she say she wanted to go to Russia? She would be better off over there. Candace, when you want to go, we'll help you pack. We'll all send you boxes, plastic totes and crates for the kids' toys and your Chinaware and all that good stuff. And we will help pack your ass up so you can move to Russia. Because obviously you thinking that our First Amendment rights should only be limited to you exercising them and no one else. That's not how the hell it works. And you're going to find out the hard way what the First Amendment is all about and free speech and expression and all of that. April 28th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Your ass has court. Be in there. Please, please put us on edge and not show up so that the Macrons can have a default judgment granted against you. You can't make this up. Telling people to be quiet doesn't stop them from talking. It just doesn't. And just as much as she wants to walk around here and blame people for her not saying things or thinking that people are trying to shut her up, no one's trying to do that. Candace, we use your words against you, girl. If we told you to shut up, you wouldn't have that lawsuit from the Macrons. So why would we do that? I mean, that's more exciting news I get to report on. Candace going to court against the first lady of a whole nother country that she falsely accused of being born a man because reasons. And she doesn't know how DNA and science works. They're coming with that type of evidence. Candace, if you were to shut up, we would not have that fantastic lawsuit to report on. I'm going to have so much fun doing that. Girl, we don't want you to shut up. I want you to keep putting your foot in your mouth and keep talking. She asks if Donald Trump is gay, and yet she's got net but videos and photos of her all over other women. You can't make this stuff up. All this stuff just writes itself, Candace. Girl, you give us content for days. Keep talking, Heifer.
But I would advise you do it quietly, Trump, because MAGA is no longer commanded by you, and you know it. You know it. You belong to the Epstein class. That is your legacy now. People will see your name on buildings, whatever was agreed upon in those boardrooms with Jared Kushner, Trump, Gaza, hotel, whatever you tweeted, so crass. They will see that. You will earn that. And then when they see it, they will think about how many children had to die or be raped by men on islands so that you could stick the Trump name upon a building. And for clarity, Mr. President, that's not my fault. That's not Megyn Kelly's fault. That's not Tucker Carlson's fault. You made that trade. You chose money above respect. And what an absolute shame that you...
Candace, you know this is all subjected to your opinion, right? This is all your opinion. Like, you have to prove that that is the intent. You understand that? You'll learn about intent when you go to court. To the candy asses, your occult leader has court April 28th at 10 a.m. Make sure she's there. Eastern Standard Time, not Utah time. Candace, court is Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Utah time. You cannot be late and blame it on the state of Utah. That's not how time zones work.
Chose to do that toward the end of your life, okay? Because you can't take money and things and stuff with you when you go, just your soul. And you sold yours for what? Another gilded ballroom?
Candace sold hers for a YouTube channel. What do you mean? You violate the Bible every time you attack a widow. Do we need to go to scripture? You know, Easter wasn't too far away. Candace, do I have to pull up Bible scriptures again on you? This is helpful right here. The audacity for you to be this hypocritical. The Bible says to leave widows alone and to protect them. You attack one every time you say Erica Kirk's name. So you're not following the Bible at all with that. You don't think that God is going to ask you about that on Judgment Day? Girl, bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Let me be perfectly clear when I say this. Charlie Kirk, he died free. You will most certainly die
he was
enslaved.
Hold on. Did she say he was enslaved? She said he was enslaved. Charlie Kirk was assassinated on national television. You unfeeling Kurd. And you've been attacking his widow for months. But you couldn't go and fly your ass out to Phoenix, Arizona and face her person to person. Because you're a coward. And then you blamed it on George, the man you gave a black eye to. So you mean to tell me that somehow now we went from Charlie Kirk being enslaved, because you was talking about slaves and gladiators and coliseums and blah, blah, blah. Let them eat cake, which had nothing to do with slavery. Not even in the same time period. And now all of a sudden he died free. He was assassinated. What do you mean? You're sitting here trying to... Why is she off script? And none of this stuff she's saying makes any sense. It's not flowing or cohesive at all. None of this is intelligent. She's not being historically accurate. All of this for her to say, Donald Trump, are you gay? That's probably the only thing she should have said in this whole video. This whole video for her to just ask Donald Trump, are you gay? That's it. That's the only thing she's really mad about. Candace is mad because Donald Trump said that she was low IQ, a stupid person, and that Brigitte Macron looks 1,000 times better than her, is prettier than her, and is not a man. And she's been wanting Donald Trump to talk about this lawsuit and First Amendment rights and freedom of speech and blah, 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 since she received the lawsuit last year. You know, where's the president and vice president at? Why aren't they protecting me? Okay. Because he doesn't believe you. This is a civil matter. Burden is not even that high. It's a preponderance of the evidence. Candace, that is all you're mad about. You're mad because called you ugly and said that Brigitte Macron looks better than you and it's not a man. And your comeback was, Donald Trump, are you gay? When we've all pretty much concluded that George is gay. The rest of this is fluff. It has nothing to do with anything else. That's the only thing she's upset and seared about. I can't believe he said that Brigitte Macron is prettier than me. I can't believe it. He actually wants her to win. Yeah, because the evidence is on her side, not yours. She's coming with scientific evidence, by the way. You know, science, DNA and stuff that would prove that she was born a woman. That's all she needs. Candace, you're going to lose like hell.
Okay, you are in chains right now, and the entire world can see that perfectly.
This is
At
crazy.
best, what you can hope for in this moment is that maybe one day upon the college campuses that you so deeply cherish, they'll teach all about your now tarnished legacy as the perfect modern day example of Plato's allegory of the cave. You're familiar with that one? A prisoner chained in a cave. Multiple prisoners chained in a cave with a fire burning behind them, mistaking shadows on the wall for reality. And when one of those prisoners escapes and makes it outside of the cave and into true daylight and sees, oh, wait, that's not reality.
Candace, they didn't have slavery going on during cavemen. You know, when men lived in caves. I don't recall slavery happening at the same time. You know, they were too busy working together to hunt down woolly mammoths. What are we talking about? All of this because he said Brigitte Macron is prettier than you. Y'all, listen, let me tell you something right now. Whether you voted for Trump or not is irrelevant to the fact that he knew exactly what to say to piss her ass off. Oh, Donald Trump knew exactly what button to push on Candace Owens. That's all he had to say. He only really needed to say Brigitte Macron is prettier than Candace Owens, and I hope that the Macrons mollywop her in court and win all the millions of dollars. The end. Have a great night. That's all he had to say in a post. And we would still get this 1 hour video of her talking about Spartacus, the Colosseums, gladiators, slavery, Charlie Kirk, and something else with turtles. Candace, Gabriel, just get done, you dumb.
And they return and they try to tell the other prisoners, no, there's truth and there's actual reality outside. They fight that person. They don't believe it. They call that person crazy. Jesus. That's you. You are chained inside of a cave right now.
Oh, and it's all good.
Who's making those shadows on the wall, right? At best, the annals of history, I think within them, you will be relegated to a philosophical discussion. The madness of President Trump. People will ask, who made Mr. Trump believe the shadows on the wall were real? The professor will chide the class. And in essays, students will cite the example.
Candace, what shadows on the wall? Are we talking about that movie with where the guy was making the shadows out of people? Y'all, what was that movie? The Marvel movie? Oh, good grief. Juju, what's the name of that Marvel film? Where the superhero was turning people into shadows and stuff. It just poofing them. I can't even. What the hell are we saying, Candace? She said the shadows on the wall. Like what? Is that a book? What are we citing here? She went from cavemen to shadow people. Are we talking about Slender Man or what? What are we doing? Candace, you make it very hard to keep up with your dumb ass. We can't do this all night. Juju, what's the name of that movie? Y'all, it's the Marvel movie. Come on, Candace, get candy asses. Y'all participate in the conversation. What's the name of the Marvel film where the superhero was turning people into shadow figures? Well, what's the name of the Marvel film? Can't even make this up. Candace, you're not making any sense. All because he said that Brigitte Macron is prettier than you. That's it. That's all this comes down to.
They fight that person. They don't believe it. They call that person crazy. That's you. You are chained inside of a cave right now. And
Oh, Lord.
who's making those shadows on the wall, right? At best, the annals of history, I think within them, you will be
Not your
relegated
man.
to a philosophical discussion, the madness of President Trump. People will ask, who made Mr. Trump believe the shadows on the wall were real? The professor will chide the class. And in essays, students will cite the example of the man who was once considered a leader of a movement, suddenly reduced to sitting on the side in the Situation Room at the White House while the leader of a foreign country, Benjamin Netanyahu, stands above him, convincing him that Iran represents an imminent threat, which can be.
Candace, is he supposed to be making the shadows on the wall? Are we talking about shadow people made by Israel or Iran? Which one are we doing? Can you pick a country and stick to it? Because you are all over the place. You mad at France, you're mad at Israel, you're mad at Iran, you're mad at Australia. She's mad at the entire continent of Africa, probably Antarctica. She might be mad at Brazil, all of South America. You just throw everybody in there in the pot. She's mad at half of the US and we didn't even know it. It's all because, Candace, you're still gonna lose the lawsuit. What are you doing? You understand that people are gonna watch this, starting with your 4 children one day, and they're gonna be like, why is mommy so mad? And what does she mean by shadow people? This whole speech is dumb, Candace. You're proving your low IQ right now. All you had to do was say, sir, I don't agree that Brigitte Macron is prettier than me. She's ET in a blonde wig. Here's a photo of something on the beach. Are you gay? That could have been her whole response. And it would have been just as entertaining. I don't even know how else to put this. Otherwise, it's really sad, Candace, because you can't even be historically accurate. What's the name of the queen that said, let them eat cake? It was not a gladiator or a slave or anyone during Spartacus era with, Spartans. Like, no. What are we talking? She skips all over the place.
Be crippled within weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah, the students in that class will be mystified. It will be such a compelling examination. Good discussion. Bibi is your master. Maybe it's Miriam Adelson that lights the fire and Bibi that makes the shadows on the wall.
You are totally.
The entire world recognizes that now. And though I highly doubt that you will be permitted any opportunity to see what the crowd now thinks of you, I have to do my best to try. So here you are. Take a listen.
I don't know who's whispering to this guy's ear, like freaking Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings, but they're telling you wrong stuff, bro. Half of the people that I grew up with in this movement are not on Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin's team, okay? We aren't neocons. We aren't war hawks. We want America first. And if you make me choose between America first and MAGA, it's America first all day. That's what MAGA was supposed to be. You were just the best vessel for it, bro. Don't get it twisted.
But as bad as he is, as corrupt as he's gotten, the insider trading, all of it, I'm really glad he's differentiating and saying, you're not with me, because I'm not with you. I don't want to be at your cool, corrupt kid, Howard Lutnick, Jeffrey Epstein class table. Thank you so much for delineating that I'm not with you, a sinking, burning ship. He wasn't loyal to his original mission. He wasn't loyal to America. He became a creature of Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu, and all of his never Trumper enemies are now the courtiers with the madness of King Lear, telling him the lies and worshiping him the way he wants to hear it, and I am not one of.
Are they wearing superhero uniforms? What the heck? Cobra Command Center from G.I. Joe. Isn't that copyrighted? Y'all, you can't make this up. Candace. Oh, Candace. All he has to do is retweet this, and that's it. Candace. That's all he would have to do. His whole response could be this whole photo. Candace. He compared you to Brigitte Macron and said that she's prettier than you and that she's going to win her lawsuit against you. That's it. Since you care about being bankrupted, he wants her to bankrupt your ass. That's it. That's where we are. This meme is all that it would take to trigger her ass. The end. Candace, you can't even explain this. How did George get the black eye again? You broke your foot. Y'all coming up with injuries that are not even explainable, and you got 4 small kids in that house. You beating up on this dude. What's wrong with you? Candace, you know the spousal abuse is a crime. Okay? It's called assault. You can't do it. You can't make this up, George. If you don't leave that house and take the kids with you, you better. She walking around here beating his ass and stuff and catching a whole meme from the Macrons of all people. And she's sitting here talking about shadow figures and Slender Man and shit. What are we talking about? Candace, that's all Trump has to do is retweet this photo. That's it. You've lost this argument, girl. Oh, Lord have mercy. Why is she sitting here trying to put him in a uniform where, I mean, you know, Cobra Command from G.I. Joe? I don't know how that's too bad. Girl, come on.
Those people.
This proves one of many things. The first thing, he shouldn't be in office anymore.
Yeah.
Implement the 25th. He's not loyal to this country, and he's not loyal to anybody. Well, except for that little country in the Middle East. It's almost like he does what he's told. And the last president to tell that little country no was JFK, and we all know what happened to him. It's like, Donald Trump, how can you call them losers when you lose to Bibi Netanyahu in Israel every single day? When's the last time you told them no to anything?
He said Brigitte Macron is far more beautiful than Candace Owens.
Did he say neither of them know what the fuck they're doing? Yeah, he did say that. What do you mean? He told me he even dropped the F-bomb on them. Didn't Trump hit the 4? If y'all recall Trump saying neither of them, neither country know what the fuck they're doing. Y'all recall that? He included Israel in that F-bomb. I was shocked. I was like, oh, we all knew he's capable of dropping the F-bomb, but, it was the first time he actually referred to Israel as anything close to the F word. He said neither of them know what the fuck they're doing. He was mad at Israel too. Are they overlooking that or what? How deep down are they burying that one? I mean, you got to give him credit. He said that. He said neither country know what the fuck they're doing. I don't understand. What more does she want him to say? She want him to keep repeating it? Candace, you're going through TikTok and X.com to try to get someone to soothe you over the fact that he said that Brigitte Macron is prettier than you and that he hopes that she wins. Honey, there's not enough videos you can play to cover that up. That wound is deep. He cut her deep with that one. Candace, it hurt your feelings. Just say it hurt your feelings. Just say it hurt your feelings. You can't make this up. Why are we doing? She's doing all of this because of that. Look at her trying to smile. She's trying to get some happiness out of these videos. All he has to do is retweet that photo of her being compared to Brigitte Macron abusing her spouse. How did Black Guy get that, George?
All I can say is he's a bit blind.
That's all across the internet. Take your pick, left and right. People understand that message was really your basket of deplorables moment. I mean, even on Truth Social, your very own platform.
Candace, you're going to lose that lawsuit. That has nothing to do with looks. That is a matter of defamation. It's a matter of law. You're still going to be compared to being uglier than Brigitte Macron in the eyes of Donald Trump. That doesn't change. You still have court on April 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Utah time. Evidence will still be presented, including that X post where you admitted that you defamed the Macrons. in the state of Tennessee. Like that matters because you did it on an internet, on a platform. Electronic communications across the state lines, it doesn't matter. Like these are things that you would think you would acknowledge because you have 3 attorneys. I guess all 3 of them are dumb as hell too. What does it matter with you? You're allowing that to get to you. And for what? I thought you were, rich and wealthy, and she's a global elitist, by the way, in case y'all didn't know that. This girl will drop $1,500 on a t-shirt. She's a global elitist. She has no idea what it means to be a nationalist at all. We've already played a video of her not being able to define that term. And to all the candy ass cult members, all of you in the eyes of Candace Owens are just her peasants. You're here to worship the ground she walks on, to agree with everything she says and nothing else. That's it. That is your whole objective in life in the eyes of Candace Owens. She could care less about how you people feel or what you think. She will not help any of you pay your bills. That's it. You are to continue to worship her and the ground she walks on. You're her devoted cult members. That's all you are. You're not here to challenge her on her 2 degrees and make her show evidence of it. Of course not. Why would you do that? And as long as she keeps 6 million cult members around her, no one is really going to tell her the truth about her losing like hell with this Macron lawsuit. Trump says the things that all of us who have the fundamental aspect of reading down pat have been saying since the lawsuit dropped. He says it out loud, and now she throws an attitude and a tantrum. Why? Candace, I've been telling you you're going to lose since last year's summertime. I've been saying this. Why are you shocked to see that Donald Trump wants them to win and that you're going to lose as well? Why does that upset you? He's saying the same thing that many of us have been saying. You're going to lose like hell. So why are you so bothered by this? You took a whole hour out your day away from your 4 kids, I guess, to stop kicking George in the eye for a minute, to make this video where you did nothing but try to make yourself feel better by playing all these TikTok videos and X.com videos. Do you feel better, Candace? Do you feel better? Because, Grimace wants you to feel better. He's like, oh no, this Yeasty is sad. We don't like this.
They've turned on you. Let's go through just some of these responses, okay?
Oh,
What? You are way out of line. Most of these people, especially Alex Jones, have been your day ones. That's correct. Just to remind you, Trump, when no one would have you on, when no media company would have you on, Alex Jones had you on his show. This person continued, you need to take a step back and take a good hard look at who is whispering in your ear and get back to America first. Next person, Trump, you are just going against everyone that fought for him to win just because of the Epstein files and being at war with Iran for Israel. They didn't leave MAGA, MAGA left them. Clearly, you are insane. Time to resign, Donald, or face the 25th. You are mentally and emotionally.
Okay, you just blah, blah, blah. Trump has already expressed frustration with Israel. What do you mean? He said they don't know what the fuck they're doing. In a whole interview on national television. What else do you want him to say? He's already said that about Israel. He said they don't know what the fuck they're doing. He said it flat out. Everybody was so shocked and all, he dropped the F word. Yeah, but he was saying it about Israel as well. So what are you talking about? He's been mad at them before. I don't even think that's the first time he's ever been pissed off at them. Probably the first time he vocalized that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So the candy asses is not satisfied with that. What more do you all want? He's already shown that he doesn't agree with everything they do. He's expressed that. That's in a whole video. Do I have to play the video? Maybe I got to play the video. Yeah, we're going to find a video of Trump saying they don't know what the F they're doing. Because, Candace is big mad about him saying that Brigitte Macron is prettier than her. Oh God. Yeah, Trump uses F word about Israel. Let's see what comes up. Ugh. I was not expecting it. Here it is. I was not expecting to have to play this video, Candace. He said this in a whole video.
Iran violated the peace agreement, the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel
He said Israel violated it
as soon as
too.
we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not.
Y'all said Israel violated it too. Do we have to clip this? Y'all see that? But Israel violated it too. Do I need to clip this? Because obviously Candace didn't see this at all. Candy asks, y'all see this? You have to use your eyes and look at things too. It's okay for you not to be blind for 5 minutes to see this clip. You don't have to believe everything your cult leader tells you. Here it is right here. When saying someone is a puppet, it's like, saying how the Candy asses are cult members to Candace Owens. He literally said Israel violated it too. I don't think he would have said that if he feared some retribution from them. I'm just saying, who risks dropping the F word and saying they don't know what the F they're doing and that they violated an agreement if there are such puppets and that they're being controlled? You think Israel will even let him say this much? And he didn't bite his tongue or anything. Whether you're a Trump supporter or not is irrelevant. We're reading the words on the screen. In this reality here on earth, reading is fundamental in the Lady Luck Club. Do you all read this? See this? Hit the 4 if you can hear. Because I want this to be heard. I want to make sure you all can hear the video. Let's go.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour.
Can y'all hear? Hit the 4 if you can hear. Because I just want to make sure. Candy asks, y'all got to hear this. This video clip is a real thing in this reality here on earth. Because you all said somebody's being a puppet. And that all of us are blind and, okay, so open your eyes and watch this video clip. Make sure you clean the wax out your ears. Pull the plugs out. Right now, you're not on your cult leader's YouTube channel. Candace, you can kiss my ass. You run nothing over here. You can't make this up. Y'all see and hear this? Hit the 4.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. When I say
I'm not happy with Israel. Y'all see it? I'm not happy with Israel. Oh my God. Oh no. Words that a puppet would not say. Whether you voted for him or not is irrelevant. Politics have nothing to do with what he said about Israel and how he's expressed anger and disdain about Israel. How he said flat out when he did not agree with something that they did. I didn't have to vote for him to pull this video up. We see the words on the screen. I'm not happy with Israel. What are we talking about? Why is Candace throwing a whole tantrum saying he's a puppet to what? Puppets don't say this. Candace, you're confusing him with your cult. See, your cult don't care about factual information like this where they can see the words themselves, hear this video, and visually see Donald Trump saying, I'm not happy with Israel. This is factually proven. They can see this with their own eyes, hear with their own ears. What's being said in this video clip where Donald Trump expressed that he was not happy with Israel, that they violated an agreement. It was a ceasefire. And they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Puppets don't say that stuff. Can I get an amen? I'm not going to say if I'm a puppet and someone's paying me a bunch of money, I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm going to be just like a candy ass cult member, right? I'm going to say whatever makes my cult leader happy. How do we get here? He's bold enough to say this, but he's a puppet any other time. Make it make sense?
Now you have 12 hours. You don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket.
He said, I'm really unhappy if Israel's got, boy, he went in on Israel right here. But I'm really unhappy if Israel is going out this morning. He didn't say Iran. He said Israel. We see the words right here on the screen, do we not? We can all read. Candace, you and your cult need to do more reading. While you sit here and talk about shadows on the wall and cavemen and slaves and Spartacus and shit, why don't you pull this video clip up and watch it? But I'm really unhappy if Israel is going out this morning. His second time he said he's not happy with Israel. In the same video, back to back. Because this video is a real thing that happened in this reality here on Earth. It's not even to defend Trump. It's defending the fact that he has expressed when he was not happy with Israel. Here it is, right here. And none of the candy asses wants to acknowledge this whole ass video that exists in this reality on Earth. What do you mean? Reading is fundamental. Here it is, right here. If he's not happy with them, he will express it. And he has done that on national television. Y'all, this wasn't just covered on Fox. It was all over the place. All the major outlets, all the YouTube channels, everyone on X and Instagram and Facebook and everywhere. Truth Social, blah, blah, blah. Name it, it was there. Because they couldn't believe, oh, he dropped the F word. Oh. Whether you voted for him or not is irrelevant to what we're reading on the damn screen. You know, and I expect the people who are very rudimentary in their thinking to keep trying to limit this to whether or not you voted for him. This is irrelevant. I don't care if you voted. If you can read the screen, you can clearly read the words where he's saying he's not happy with Israel. Make it make sense. All of a sudden, he's a puppet. He never says anything bad about them. Where the hell y'all get that from? I just Googled this and pulled it up. It's all over the internet. Can't make this up.
The one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand?
Two countries that have been fighting so hard and so long that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand? Two countries. Yeah, he didn't just say Iran. He said Iran and Israel. Two countries. You know, more than one. I don't know what puppet would say stuff like this. Y'all know any puppet that would say something like this? So they carry on as if he's never shown any disagreement, or displeasure, or disdain towards any actions from Israel, and that he does exactly what BB says. He wanted both of their asses to cease fire and go take several seats and sit down. And Israel took it upon themselves to say, nope, we're going to fire a rocket. He even said he wasn't happy with that. Because, you know, reading is fundamental. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out. He's saying Israel. He's calling them out by name. Because, you know, we can read this. This is reading.
Dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before.
The likes of which I've never seen before.
The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when
I'm not happy with Israel.
When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out.
I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out. You know why? Because he would expect them to honor a ceasefire agreement if they're supposed to be allies with the U.S. He expects someone that's not an ally of ours to go out and do something we said don't do. I'm really unhappy with Israel. He could have just said, I'm really unhappy with Iran, and then walked off. I mean, I just, you know, if I'm going to be a puppet, I'm not going to say any of this shit at all. I'm just going to kiss ass and keep living.
Out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand?
They've been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, we understood it. So I'm, you know, let's get back to Candace whining and crying because, you know, she said Donald Trump thinks that Brigitte Macron is prettier than her.
Unfit to be POTUS. You are so childish. Clearly, the truth has triggered you, being one of your biggest supporters. I am done with you and your lies. Look at the mess that you have gotten our country into by bending the knee to a monster.
Yeah.
I could go on and on, but I have to say that when I was looking online, in my view, what was the most brutal and sadly a recurring response all across social media was this.
Candace.
Take a look at this tweet about Charlie. People were saying that Charlie would be on this list if they hadn't killed him. Like I said, many people said that in different ways. Charlie would be on this list if they hadn't killed him. So
we don't
you
care.
should
That's her
probably take
opinion.
a second.
First of all, that's her opinion. They who? You understand that's defamatory to Candace. This is why you're in court. Candace, this is why the Macrons are suing you. Because you and the candy asses don't understand why defamation is not protected free speech. You understand that you're defaming somebody. You don't care. But you want somebody to be quiet when it comes to responding to you? Hell no. No one owes you silence. Girl, bye, Felicia. All of this because Trump said Brigitte Macron is prettier than her. That's all that this is. She can care less about the rest of that damn tweet.
To fully absorb what is being implied there.
Ugh.
What is being implied there is that there is no truth and there is no loyalty within you. And for that reason, I genuinely pity you. I am not angry. I am not upset.
I just played a whole video where he said that Israel does not know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, girl.
I don't want to rant at you. I believe you are in a situation that I would never want to be in. Surrounded by advisors who hate you to their core. But they understand you. They know how to insulate you. They know how to watch you.
To the candy asses, how much do you all really love your cult leader? I mean, are you like willing to die for her type of love? Here's a better question. Do you think your cult leader loves you to where she would die for you? Because, you know, how else is she going to show you all that she loves you? I'm just curious. I'm just trying to understand where this undying fealty and loyalty comes from. Yeah, I'm using terms like fealty because I'm going to watch John Wick tonight.
And encourage you to self-destruct because they perceive you as weak.
Called you ugly.
And weakness is a means for them to fulfill their own ends. Sadly, you've now lived long enough to become everything that you once claimed Hillary Clinton was. Respectfully. We'll be right back after a brief break.
How is this respectful?
All right, you guys, thanks to you. Last year, Preborn helped to rescue over 80.
I am not missing videos
of Trump. Take a look at this.
I just mentioned a name, a woman who I saw the other night on television just rip some poor idiot apart. Megyn Kelly is here, and she's doing, come up here, Megyn. By the way, I'm having a great time up here. Are you having a good time? Stay. Is he the greatest interviewer?
Oh, Lord.
Candace Owens, I watched her and I saw her coming. I said, I'm pretty good at star power. I look at it, I say, that's a star. I just want to finish by saying your reputation's amazing. I will not let you down. You will be very, very impressed.
So the obvious question is what or who changed Donald Trump, right? How does one go?
Well, I don't know. I don't see this as a change, Candace. I don't know how someone changed him on this. He said neither one of them know what the fuck they're doing. It's just, you can't make this up.
I'm not happy about that.
Good job. Candace, I can do this all day.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand?
Yeah, Candace, we can do that all day. So what he's still using the F word like a champion. I don't understand what you're mad about. What changed with him, Candace?
From making friends with people, fighting beside people, promising, being very explicit in his guarantee, promising no new wars, right? No new wars in the Middle East. We're going to lower gas prices, to suddenly insider trading, right? That looks like that happened recently. Never ending wars. We're everywhere fighting all the time, and we're never being told, no one articulating a reason as to why we're going down to Venezuela, why we're speaking about Greenland, and all of a sudden, oh, okay, here we are going to Iran, despite the fact that nobody wants to go. Not even the people in the armed services. They don't know. Everybody is saying there's no need to do this, and yet he does it, right? Who is guiding that? Megyn Kelly is asking the right question on Piers Morgan. Take a listen.
And so what led Trump, at 79 years old, to sit in there in that situation room when Bibi Netanyahu was seated as an equal?
Yeah.
Trump didn't even sit at the head of the table. Trump sat at the side of the table and Bibi was across from him as an equal in the American Situation Room. What led him to sit there and buy what that guy was selling hook, line, and sinker when every other president was able to see?
I'm sorry, was there ever a time where it mattered where he sat? I'm not trying to nitpick on that, but I just never noticed that. Was that the only time he's ever sat across from somebody? Isn't that normal? When he's in a room, when they have cameras and stuff in there, and he's sitting at the tables and stuff, isn't he sitting on the side of the table? When is he ever sitting at the head, like the head or foot of the table? I'm sincerely asking because I've never noticed that. So he was sitting across from Benjamin Netanyahu and not at the head of a table? Don't they have cameras in those rooms?
Through that liar. What was it? Because he was told the next day by our own top advisors, from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs to the Secretary of State to the Vice President, that these are lies and that these objectives are not going to be attainable. Don't believe him.
Oh, Megyn.
Well, Megyn, I think Tucker actually has the right idea. So he published this letter, and I'm going to read it. He writes, he's in a tough spot, referring to President Donald Trump. Establishment media never reports this, but the Israeli government has a storied history of blackmailing U.S. presidents. Perhaps the most jarring example occurred in the 90s when Israel used recordings of Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky, phone sex sessions as leverage to pressure Clinton into releasing convicted spy Jonathan Pollard from prison. We are not joking, that really happened. The phone sex story is worth remembering as President Trump attempts to end the Iran war. Like many other things.
Who says stuff like this? We're not joking. You only need to say, I'm not lying when you're a liar. Just say what you need to say. Why does Tucker Carlson talk like he's 12 years old? We're not joking. I'm for realsies. I'm serious. This is for realsies. We're not joking. I'm very serious. That happened for real. For realsies. I would never lie to you. I'm not a liar. Like, you don't have to say those things. Just say what needs to be said. For realsies. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't listen to Tucker Carlson. I just can't. It sounds like a cracked out meth head Mickey Mouse. That's what he sounds like. Can't make this up.
Israel has done. It shows that America's special ally is willing to play very dirty to achieve its goals. Dark money, campaign contributions, extortion, physical threats, and even assassination. In their anti-Christian worldview, the end always justifies the means. They have no issue destroying lives. Israel's current top priority is making sure Operation Epic Fury does not stop. They know the U.S. fighting their war for them is the best chance at expanding their borders and becoming a global superpower, and a peace deal would foil their plot. Based on the country's past, its leaders are doubtlessly willing to push as hard and as necessary to ensure the bloodshed continues. That could mean Clinton-style blackmail against Trump or something far more morbid. We do not know for sure whether that is happening, but the mere possibility is haunting enough to keep the president up at night. He is under a level of pressure that most people cannot fathom, with rabid Israel firsters viciously harassing him anytime he dares to stray even slightly.
I don't know how, okay, her reading this was not, what is her point? Because he's not attacking him. What was the purpose of her reading this? He's not attacking Donald Trump. Candace, you realize this is not an attack. Meth head Mickey Mouse is not attacking him. What are we talking about? What's the point?
From their favorite country's agenda. Their shameless pursuit is steadfast enough to make even a man like Donald Trump go mad. They are as persistent as any group in history, no matter how well the White House has treated them in the past. They are never grateful. They always want more, and they refuse to give the president even an inch of breathing room. It is an unrelenting full court press. We decided to write this after Trump published a Truth Social post attacking our company, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones, each of whom supported him for years. Rather than engaging in petty name calling, we want to give the president some grace. He is facing a level of pressure that is dark enough to make him abandon his campaign promises and morph into the precise kind of politician he once vowed to destroy. He would not have let that happen unless his personal stakes were really high. We hope he overcomes.
Candace, he just said he's giving him some grace. You asked if he was gay. I don't understand what boy, the responses on this post is completely different if that's the case, Candace. If meth head Mickey Mouse is giving him grace, why are you asking if he's gay? You gonna ask if the man's gay because he said Brigitte Macron is prettier than you, girl. Girl, if you are you giving him grace or what? I don't understand. What are you doing here? Yeah, she's been whining for 34 hours.
Very kind of them. It is good to have grace. Like I said, I don't feel angry at him. You can't be angry because there was nothing that landed. There was no truth in what he posted. Ironically, being posted on Truth Social. Who's going to be upset about Brigitte Macron is hot?
Y'all see it? Here it is. Oh, she finna get back to this is what she's really mad about. Forget that letter. She didn't have to read that. I don't feel angry and blah, blah, blah. After reading this, okay, come on.
We hope he overcomes. It's very kind of them. It is good.
Girl, that was a hard swallow she had to do. What's going on? She made George a sandwich and decided it was not good.
Him abandon his campaign promises and morph into the precise kind of politician he once vowed to destroy. He would not have let that happen unless his personal stakes were really high. We hope he overcomes. It's very kind of them.
Look at that hard, deep swallow. Candace, what you trying to swallow, girl? Oh, man, that swallow was hard, girl. It almost looked like it hurt. Y'all, what's in that cup? Candace, what you drinking in that cup? She would just sip the cup. Whatever's in this fictitious cup, unless nothing's in it. Whatever's in this cup, just take a swig, girl. I've never seen her swallow that damn hard in all my life. And I've seen her read 4 or 5 page letters in a show. Never have I seen her swallow that damn hard. That means she's not giving him grace. Somebody lying. Step into the light, Caroline. Caroline, why are you lying? You're not giving Donald Trump grace. Y'all, she's so mad he called her ugly. I'm telling you.
It is good to have grace. Like I said, I don't feel angry at him. You can't be angry because there was nothing that landed. There was no truth in what he posted.
Oh, she's so pissed. Oh, she's so mad. Candace, stop lying. We see through that laugh. Look at that laugh. Candy asks, I have a request. Tell your leader it's okay to be angry. Because she knows she's lying to herself. Candace, we see through you. Lady Luck Club sees through you, heifer. You're mad because he called you ugly and said that Brigitte Macron is prettier than you. That is what you're mad about. I don't know why you would care, because he's not your type, obviously, because you married George Farmer. George is gay. You want to ask questions about gay. Maybe you're gay, but you're mad because he called you ugly. You can put ET in a blonde wig all day and call it Brigitte. We're going to show Jermaine Stewart every time you do that. But it doesn't change the fact that you're angry that he called you ugly. That's still going to bother you from now until Kingdom Come, because y'all know she's petty and vindictive. The candy asses know it. Y'all know y'all cult leader is petty and vindictive as hell. She will carry this to her grave. Candace Owens will be mad until Jesus returns. And say, I can't believe he said Brigitte is prettier than me. And then God will be like, wait, what?
Ironically, being posted on Truth Social. Who's going to be upset about Brigitte Macron is hot? There's something that is so fundamentally childish about what he published.
Girl, Candace missed the whole point of it. She of all the things, she went from talking about kids dying in the war and all the stuff, but she is hot, and there's something so kiddish about it. Candace, of all the things that you could be reiterating, why is that the focal point? Brigitte is hot. Perhaps because you agree with that. I don't know. You have no problem letting a woman just kiss you all over the face with a glass of wine. What is wrong with you? How old is Candace? 39? 30, 40? How old is she? Candace, you're over 35 years old with 4 kids. Stop acting like a 16-year-old. You mad because somebody called you ugly. Oh, you can't make this up. This is too good. Girl, if you don't get the hell over it, George is like, oh, great. Now I have to worry about her obsessing over her being called ugly. It will never be about me. You got to stop putting your hands on George. He had a black eye, girl.
Everybody who disagrees with me is low IQ. People can say, can see which way the wind is blowing on this. And I do want to comment and share something that I hadn't shared before.
Oh, God.
And I don't know if it means something, but it's something that has always lived inside of me, which was something that Charlie Kirk told me before he passed, and something that Andrew Colbeck confirmed to me.
We can't confirm that he said it to you, because you know you lie about that. You'll weaponize this assassination until God returns, literally. Candace, you have the propensity to lie about what Charlie Kirk told you. You know, first he was telling you things in dreams and visions after he died, which would be witchcraft according to the Bible. And now he's saying things to you before he died, and we still have no way to verify it. Girl, just admit you're mad because Trump called you ugly and said that Brigitte Macron is prettier than you.
This is, again, when everybody was good. And obviously things are not the same between me and Andrew Colbeck, because I don't believe him. I just don't believe him.
We don't believe you.
Before it was announced that Miriam Adelson gave Trump $100 million, this was, I think it was announced in July or just before July of 2024. And I was told by Charlie that he and Andrew Colbeck were present for that meeting with Donald Trump. And the reason...
Were you talking to Charlie Kirk July of 2024? Because see, one thing she has not done is shown any correspondence between her and Charlie Kirk for at least a whole year leading up to his death. She has not shown any emails or text messages between herself and Charlie Kirk for an entire year leading up to his death. So July 2024, where is any text message or email or post on social media of Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk having communication? Where is it? Because I want to know. I want to know what that communication is. Where is the evidence that Charlie Kirk was communicating with Candace Owens July of 2024? Because they had unfriended each other. Where is the evidence? I want to see text messages, emails, posts, proof that Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens were communicating with each other July of 2024. Where is it? Why isn't she posting it? Why would she not post that? Candy asks, get your cult leader to post that stuff up. Because she wants to post up stuff about planes that aren't real. You know, Egyptian planes and shit that we don't care about. Because if they unfriended each other and they were not even in communication, July of 2024, how did he tell her anything? They weren't talking on the phone. They were not communicating with each other at all. Not even a little bit. She's so mad that she is lying about communication that she had with Charlie Kirk July of 2024 when she's already admitted they were not communicating with each other. For at least a whole year. They had unfriended each other. No texts, no emails, no calls, no nothing. No video chats. They were not dealing with each other July of 2024. Why is she lying right now? She's so mad at Trump calling her ugly that she is lying about communication she had with Charlie Kirk July of 2024 when she has already said they were not in communication. When there is no evidence, no text messages, no social media posts, no call logs, no emails. They were not communicating with each other. Why was she, even July 2024, like, why pick that year when you've already said y'all were not communicating? They had unfriended each other on social media. It's so stupid. Candace, you lie like hell. Post up the evidence. Oh, God. Post the evidence, helper. Post it up and show the proof. Boston boys, I'm not emailing her. Why don't you email her? You're saying yes, they were. You're just saying yes, they were, and you're not providing any evidence of it. Post it up. Tell your cult leader to post up the post. How they unfriending each other on social media, and she's saying they weren't communicating with each other. But all of a sudden, July 2024, they were. We don't do that shit here. We don't do sheepish nonsense. We don't just follow with the cult hive mindset here. She's gonna have to prove that. We go on evidence and facts. We go on facts and evidence. You understand? She needs to post that up. Stop being lazy. Tell your cult leader, post that evidence up. If she can somehow bring out some random dude that she helped raise $144,000 to, why she can't post up this so-called correspondence, this communication, this proof, evidence of a conversation, communication between her and Charlie Kirk in July of 2024, when she already said they weren't communicating. Why lie about that? Why lie about it? It's the dumbass lies for me. It's the dumb lies. That's a dumbass lie to tell. She's literally negating her own lies. She's already said they were not communicating. She is literally negating what she said and lying on herself. It's so stupid. It's lazy work. Austin boys, that's lazy work. Get your cult leader to post it. She would have the evidence. Why would you want me to ask her for it? For what? She's already said they were not communicating. I understand hearing is something hard for you to do. It's like Sinners. Y'all know in the movie Sinners, where the Irish vampire had everybody in this hive mentality outside. That's how the cult acts. That's how they think. They only are trained to hear what the cult leader tells them to hear. So even despite me saying, Candace Owens has already said they were not communicating with each other. year leading up to Charlie Kirk's death. They were not communicating in July 2024. They had unfriended each other. The cult member is saying, I need to email her for evidence that does not exist. Can you believe this? I don't expect them to read well, but good grief, can you at least hear well? How does this go? What language do I need to say this in for you to understand? I'm gonna have to use Google Translate. I don't speak hive. I don't speak vampire hive mentality. We don't speak that. Don't do it. I'm just saying. What language do you need me to translate that in? There's no evidence here. She would not be able to post a text or anything. And that's the one thing people want her to do is post evidence up. Stop saying what was said. Just prove it. And kick rocks. No, she's too busy being mad at Trump calling her ugly. Come on. All right, you low IQ woman.
And I was told by Charlie that he and Andrew Colvett were present for that meeting with Donald Trump. And the reason that Charlie told me the story, and again, I could go back and try to figure out when exactly the discussion happened. I want to say it was May. So I knew that money went through, and I knew what she wanted in exchange for $100 million. What Charlie and Andrew Colvett told me was that she said that she wanted in exchange for Trump to allow them to annex not Gaza, but the West Bank. I was stunned by this. I think it has since made the news. But of course, this is like a totally different
You think she would just produce the video or show the news article? She's the one making these dumbass statements. And they so lazy. They want us to do the work. No, we're not doing that. Make her do something. Candace does nothing else at all. Not even read. Her team puts these scripts together. And George stands behind the camera with his black eye. Candace, you got to stop beating on that man.
Tense on October 7th. Hamas is not in the West Bank, and that is what she wanted in exchange. After she said this to Trump, Trump went, he was wherever Charlie was. Trump was adjusting his tie and looking in the mirror, and he said, I'm going to take her money. And then
when did he say this? When did he say this, Candace? Why would you not have this in a text? You didn't do a video call? You know how George proposed to you over a video chat? None of this in the video. She would not be able to prove this conversation occurred. It's so stupid. Why even bring this up? Just say you're mad that Trump called you ugly.
In exchange for $100 million. What
this is so dumb.
Charlie and Andrew Colvett told me was that she said that she wanted in exchange for Trump to allow them to annex not Gaza, but the West Bank. I was stunned by this. I think it has since made the news. But of course, this is like a totally different pretense than October 7th. Hamas is not in the West Bank, and that is what she wanted in exchange. After she said this to Trump, Trump went, he was wherever Charlie.
Candace, stick to the script. We can tell you're off script and you're just winging it. You're not that smart, girl. Oh my God. She might as well just read Dr. Seuss right now. Like whatever she said, she's just kind of coming out of it from La La Land. You know, that's the alternate reality where her and the candy asses, their imagination just run wild. None of this making sense, Candace. Why lie, girl?
As Trump was adjusting his tie and looking in the mirror, and he said, I'm going to take her money and then I'll F her over.
So he didn't say neither country know what the fuck they're doing? Are you serious? Are you sure, Candace? Oh my God. He probably, I don't even know how Trump will respond to this. He probably just laughing at this. Like, I never said that. Where's she getting this from? Candace, everybody's not willing to go to this alternate reality where you think this conversation occurred. You're just going to have to prove it. All right, come on. Until then, we're going to laugh at you. The delirium is setting in. Y'all look at this freeze frame. Look at this freeze frame. It's epic. You know she lying. That's the face of a liar. That's a lazy ass liar at that. That's the face of you. Y'all know I'm making this shit up, right? Candace, you're not even trying. Oh my God. All you can do is laugh at this shit. Look at his face. Oh, look at this face. Ain't no reply. You're in just in time. Look at this face. Y'all, this is the face of somebody that's just like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. Oh, Candace, don't give up hope. It looked like she tapped out, mentally just tapped out. She tired as hell. She's like, I don't know what else to say. If I say anything worse, I'm gonna lose my cult members. Like, whatever. She realized, like, I'm probably going to lose that lawsuit. Like, he doesn't even support me in that. No, the law is not on your side either, Candace. In case you didn't know that, I've said it for 1,000 times. I'm saying it 1,116 times more. The law is not on your side. The Macrons are going to mollywop you in court. The end. Like, she's just winging it. Oh my good Lord. Candace, you could have just ended the recording. You understand that? This did not have to be 49 minutes and 25 seconds long. You could have just ended it. Why come back from your break? All this has been a bit of shit. Come on, man.
Okay. I am hearing this from Charlie, who was there first person, and Andrew, who confirmed this. Andrew was also there. That nobody else was there but Andrew and Charlie when Trump said that.
But you weren't there. You weren't there. So how did he tell you that? He wasn't talking to you July 2024, Candace. Y'all, she's traveling through space and time once again in her sleep. She said, I had an outer body experience. And, all of this, it really came down to a vision. I had another dream. Then he came and played portions of my memory in my alternate reality, in my alternate life form. Y'all didn't know once upon a time Candace walked this earth as a triceratops. She was a whole ass dinosaur. Can't make this up. Candace, I could say a whole lot of crazy things right now and not prove any of it. Does that make me better than you? I mean, come on. You're not even trying. She's put no energy into this at all. She's just throwing it out there. The candy asses, they're just eating that red meat. Her cult base eating the red meat up. And then they're going to go and sleep like peaceful little puppies with full bellies of bullshit that she has fed them with no fact check at all. They're not even questioning if she was talking to Charlie Kirk July of 2024. Now they're not even going to do that. They're not going to ask her to produce evidence of her 2 degrees that she claims she's earned. They're not going to do that. They will not ask for any evidence whatsoever. They're just going to eat that red meat up and they're going to go and take a nap and sleep on that raw red meat that she's fed them. You can't make this up, man. This is crazy. And yes, she's doing this.
A few weeks later, there was the Butler attempted assassination.
Oh, Lord.
And I find it very strange that Donald Trump is not interested or has appeared to be completely disinterested in determining who fired that shot. There were a lot of holes in that story. I didn't go down that rabbit hole, but I do know that once you assume office and you have the power to get more information and put more information out there, it's weird that he would.
How did we get here? Somebody got shot. Can y'all believe it? She said somebody got shot.
This from Charlie, who's there first person, and Andrew, who confirmed this.
Candace.
Andrew was also there. That nobody else was there but Andrew and Charlie when Trump said this. A few weeks later, there was the Butler attempted assassination. And I find it very strange that Donald Trump is not interested.
Candace, who's Butler? The president's butler? Oh, whose butler are we talking about? Does Charlie Kirk have a butler? Who the hell is the butler? Y'all, there's the butler, the butcher, and the candlestick maker. Did y'all know? Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. We got to make this good. This story consists of the butler, the butcher, and the candlestick maker. How many of you all remember that story? She's talking about the butler. And we got to incorporate the butcher, that's her feeding that red meat to her base. And then we got to bring in the candlestick maker. Who gonna be the candlestick maker? Raise your hand if you want to be the candlestick maker. Let me know. Trump is the butler. Trump has a butler. Candace is the butcher. We need a candlestick maker. Quick. Somebody volunteer to be the candlestick maker. This story is not complete unless you have the candlestick maker and Candace is the butcher. My Lord. You can't make this up. Candace. Oh, X-Files. Candace did 3 stops with TPUSA in May of 2024. Charlie was not with her, and she did 0 in 2025. So really, do we believe Charlie was talking to her? No, he wasn't talking to her. He was not talking to her at all. She already said it. No evidence they had unfriended each other. This is so crazy. Now she's talking about, hey, Sabs. Sabs up in here? How you doing, honey? Butler, Pennsylvania, where Trump was shot. Okay, they're in Butler. Oh my God. I was like, she finna bring in whole characters that I was about to go in on you, Candace, girl.
Or has appeared to be completely disinterested in determining who fired that shot. There were a lot of holes in that story. I didn't go down that rabbit hole, but I do know that once you assume office and you have the power to get more information and put more information out there, it's weird that he was satisfied just moving on from that. And I do remember watching Don Trump Jr. on stage when someone sort of prodded him on that and like, you know, are you satisfied with the conclusion of what happened in Butler? That Don Trump Jr. kind of said, I'm not, but my father is, and that's that. Like it just kind of got hushed up. And I had one.
Candace, what does this have to do with Donald Trump calling you ugly and saying that Brigitte Macron looks better than you? And that you're going to lose the lawsuit? What does that have to do with any of that? What do you want him to do? If you don't even want to explore it and you're supposed to be an alleged investigative journalist, then what do you want him to do? What do you want us to do? She doesn't even want to go down the rabbit hole. You know, that would be a refreshing break away from you talking about anything going on in another country. You know, how about you talk about something going on in your own country for once? Here in the United States of America, in an area called Butler, Pennsylvania, Donald Trump was shot at. Why don't you try to figure out who did it? There you go. Now we've given you something else to talk about. You're welcome. A whole investigative journalist piece that you pretend to be, you know, an hour a day, 4 days a week. Now you have a target piece of journalism you can go after. Go find out who fired the shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. An event that happened in your own country. You're welcome. Oh, the candy asses, you all should be so excited. She can talk about something else. Anything else.
In my mind, if it got back to me that Trump said that, if it maybe got back to the Adelsons that Trump said that, you don't take $100 million from a family of, I would say, gangsters, right? You're in gambling. It's not exactly an industry. I'm talking about shit.
Gambling is gambling. Candace, George is in the Bullingdon Club where they smash restaurants. Yeah. Shout out to Nemo. Nemo has a whole channel where she did several videos about George Farmer's connection to the Bullingdon Club. That's a gangster, if you want to be honest about it. A person lost their life due to some drunk driving from Bullingdon Club members. George smashes restaurants and gets drunk for fun in this club. Wouldn't that make them a club of gangsters in the Bullingdon Club? I mean, I'm just saying. They shoot rats and line them up on the beach and take pictures with them in black tux with yellow vest on. Gold, whatever it is. It's yellow or gold. These are photographs and images and real facts that can be proven. That has been put together in a video on Nemo's channel. Y'all should check it out. We've reacted to it. It's something else. So George gets to smash restaurants in the Bullingdon Club, and he's not a gangster, but someone who goes out and gambles, that could be legal. They could own a casino. Who knows? Somehow that is defined to be a gangster in the eyes of Candace Owens. But being in the Bullingdon Club where you're destroying property, person lost their life, and they're shooting innocent rats, mice, and whatever, taking photos along the beach with them. They don't even like discard the thing. They just line them up and take photos in front of them. That's so gross. Somehow that's not the characteristics of a gangster. George had a black eye and she has a broken foot. Who's the gangster, Candace? You gonna tell us how George got that black eye? So she gets to beat on George's ass. We're not supposed to call her a bully? You kidding me? Candace. Oh, this is a gangster move right here. This is nothing but a bully and a gangster. You can't get him in the eye, give him a black eye. Candace, spousal abuse is a gangster move. He smashes restaurants for fun with the Bullingdon Club. Your cult members aren't going to read or watch that because, you know, I don't know why they care less about George. It's you that they worship and idolize. So why should they care about George? I don't know. But George Farmer is a part of the Bullingdon Club. He has Andrew Tate as a best friend. A man who acknowledges that he pimped out girls, underage girls. And George Farmer, in his fun time, goes out with the boys club and smashes restaurants, while Candace kicks him in the eye at home. Oh, that's nothing but gangster moves right there. What she's talking about. Candace, this is a whole gangster move right here. You can't beat on this dude and think that's not a gangster move. You a whole gang by yourself, girl. Now, but if you go gambling, you're you see, you're in gambling. It's not exactly an industry. It's not. It is. Gambling is an industry. Candace, we have casinos that are legitimate. You have casino owners that get business licenses and they operate and own casinos where you go and gamble. What is she talking about? This is how you know, Candy asks, this is how you know your cult leader is stupid. She has no idea that the gambling is an actual industry, that you can be a legitimate casino owner where they do legal gambling. She has no idea about that. Candace doesn't know how gambling works. Candace, I guess she's never been to a casino. She's never been to Vegas, whatever. You don't have to go. But she can at least Google and read about casinos and gambling. It's not illegal to gamble. They consider the lottery a form of gambling. So if you play the lottery in whatever state you live in, that's a form of gambling. She doesn't know that gambling is legal in the United States. Like, God. Yeah, no, she had no idea that's an industry. You can't make this up, Candace. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Candace does not know this. Hopefully the candy ass is at least read and Google that. Gambling is legal in the U.S. It's something we do. As a country, it's not a gangster move. You can legally go and gamble. You can play the lottery. You can go to casinos. Various forms of gambling. All of that information can be read and Googled. No, she's not going to do that. You can't make this up. So if you're a if you gamble, you're a gangster. because that's what Candace said.
and Butler, that Donald Trump Jr. kind of said,
Yeah,
I'm not, but my father is, and that's that.
And-
Like it just kind of got hushed up. And I had
Hold on
wondered
about a minute.
in my mind if it got back to me that Trump said that, if it maybe got back to the Adelsons that Trump said that. You don't take $100 million from a family of, I would say, gangsters, right? You're in gambling. It's not exactly an industry. I'm talking about Sheldon. That's where they made the money on. You don't take that kind of money and then express to people that you're planning on just screwing the person over. I just have a lot of questions about that. And it all transpired very quickly. And I just wanted to share that, especially in the context of Tucker saying we should have some grace. And so clearly something happened and presidents have been assassinated in the past. And I do think that we have all noted this shift in him since Butler, Pennsylvania. Again, that is all I know. Not point.
You saying what you've noticed is not a fundamental fact of a shift, or that he somehow has become a puppet of Israel. Oh, yeah, but she won't acknowledge that video where he said they don't know what the F they're doing. Okay.
Pointing the finger or assigning any blame, but I think we all have questions about how quickly Trump wanted to sort of close the book
about that, but you
on Butler, Pennsylvania. And I will leave it at that. We know in many ways that Trump has done various deals with various kinds of devils. He is definitively surrounded by certifiable lunatics, one of them being Laura Loomer. And that's putting it mildly. I mean, she has been committed multiple times by her own family. She once chained herself to X, to Twitter.
Candace, if we knew your genetic relatives would probably ask for them to have you committed as well. You don't even talk about your people. You can't make this up. Candace, where are your parents? Let's start with that. You said that your parents put you out the house at 14 years old and you went to live with some boyfriend for 6 months while you were 14, a child. Yeah. Who's that boyfriend again? Candace doesn't tell anybody about her past or life or anything for anyone to see beyond the fact that she was charged and arrested for harassment. Who knows if she's ever been committed? Maybe she has. We don't know. We do know you were charged and arrested for harassment, Candace. You were charged and arrested for harassment. And all before you were 18 years old. So according to you, you lived with a boyfriend for 6 months while you were 14. You did not attend school for 6 months. And you were charged and arrested for harassment. Also, you claim that you were jumped by 3 white girls inside of a Blockbuster. Do you want us to keep going? How does that not make you a certified lunatic? You can't make this up. While she's calling someone crazy, Candace has actually done crazy things. All right, Gangster Boo. Come on.
Headquarters. It was actually Twitter when she did this, and wore a yellow star. She's not even Jewish. If you ask her to produce a photo of her bat mitzvah, she cannot.
You've been to jail.
She was not bat mitzvahed, and she is not Jewish. It's just something she's playing the part of. It's one of her many personalities. And she proudly promotes the fact that she is one of Trump's closest advisor. A certifiable lunatic is one of his closest advisors. And
Candace, you've been
she
to jail.
yesterday proudly promoted the fact that she was behind his tweet last night to me and Tucker and Megan, but to Tucker Carlson in particular. Take a listen to her being braggadocious.
But the president has had enough of Tucker. And yeah, I'm just going to admit it. I sent the president Tucker Carlson's clip so he can see the that he says about him. I do. And I want that Tucker Carlson to know that I'm the one who knifed him from the front. I want him to know. I'm not talking about physical violence,
Candace, you have been to jail and arrested for harassment. She wants to call this woman crazy when she's been to jail before you were even 18. What are we talking about? So what? She's saying flat out, listen, I'm not saying that I'm doing anything behind y'all backs. I'm telling you to your face. That's a gangster move, I guess. I don't know. What's the point?
Knifing. But yeah, I'm the one that sent the president all your Tucker, because he deserves to see the fact that you are lying about him and you are smearing him and you are saying the most vile.
So this makes her a lunatic for sending Donald Trump video clips. But Candace, you gonna talk about that charge you got for harassment and went to jail? Are we gonna speak on that or what? You know, how old was this boyfriend you lived with for 6 months? You can't make this up. These things Candace has put out there, though. She said out of her mouth, her parents put her out the house at 14. Never said why. Never mind her grandfather, she said she actually lived with that helped raise her. And you want to call people gangsters for gambling? Legal gambling? Really?
Things about our country and our president, and you are creating so much chaos. You're going to cause the Democrats to take the House and the Senate, and you are endangering our national security by whitewashing this barbaric death cult ideology known as Islam. So I just hope that he knows that, yes, Tucker, there are people out there who actually have the courage to take your drivel and take your bullshit to the president and to stand up against you. I don't know who Tucker Carlson thinks he is. He thinks he's so popular. Even President Trump today called him out and said he's like a third-rate podcaster. I don't know why Tucker Carlson thinks he's so special. He's not. He's not special. He is endangering the lives of Christians, of Catholics, of Jews, and all non-Muslims in the way that he continues to whitewash this death cult ideology and the way that he continues to incite violence against evangelicals and Jewish Americans and even the president himself.
One of his top advisors, ladies and gentlemen. What more?
Candace, what do you want him to? What do you want us to say with this? Do we have to? girl. What do you want us to say with it? Oh no, she sent him some video clips. I guess there should be a stoning. Y'all get the ropes. We gotta take action. She's sending out video clips and saying how she sent the video clips. You can't have that. How dare somebody send video clips over? How dare you? Girl, Candace, you gonna show us evidence that you and Charlie Kirk were talking to each other July 2024? Is that gonna happen? She wants us to do something about somebody sending Donald Trump video clips. Oh, okay.
What can we say other than to present it?
We'll put
I
it
think
on
by
the
now,
list,
the majority of Americans understand that the true death cult is Israel. You can't fill them to the brim with enough murder. It is very clear what the Likud government is. They are murderous. They have a particular knack for murdering children. I truly believe that they celebrate it. I've seen videos.
Candace, if that woman is not the top advisor to Donald Trump, why are you saying she is? You're giving her a higher title than what she had. Melinda said that Laura is not a top advisor for Trump. Another lie. Candace, why are you lying about that? I mean, it's something we can Google and look up. Why are you lying about that, Candace? Candace doesn't know what a presidential advisor is. Hi, Yar boy. How you doing, honey? I don't think she knows either. But I mean, why say someone is a top advisor if they're not? Candace, you do understand advisors have to be appointed. He has to select them. You do know that, right? Ugh. I don't think she knows that. Candace doesn't know that gambling is legal. Did y'all know that? You're a gangster if you gamble. Don't go to Vegas. Oh, shout out to you, Melinda. And I did Google it. There you go. Because, we read here in the Lady Luck Club. Candace, Laura Loomer is not an advisor. She has her podcast like you do. Does that make you an advisor because you have a podcast? I don't understand. Oh, this girl is talking about how she's having conversations with Charlie Kirk again when she didn't. She said that everybody that's gambling is a gangster when George is a gangster for being in the Bullying Down Club. Candace won't admit she's beating his ass and kicking him in the eye. For some reason, Yeasty is still down there feeling all alone right now. Candace, this self-loathing on you is disgusting. It's All because Trump called her ugly. Can y'all believe it?
Videos of them celebrating it. They love the idea of the water being turned off, people being, they're poisoning
Candace,
people in Lebanon. If you're wondering with what, pay attention, Maha moms. Remember when the Monsanto thing, oh, Trump went back on phosphorus and Monsanto.
Maha moms?
Well,
What's the Maha mom? A Mahamba? What are we talking about? Okay, long shark.
was because Israel needed it to poison people in Lebanon. That's the reality of the circumstances that we live in. Everyone was betrayed. Trump, I don't even believe Trump today would get the support of Jewish Americans. The majority support of Jewish Americans.
What do you mean? Candace. Did he not win or no? I mean, seriously. Didn't he win? Candace, honestly, have you done a poll? Just because you're mad at him does not mean that Jewish Americans that voted for him would not vote for him. You had people that voted for him once before that said they wouldn't vote for him again, and they did anyway. What are you talking about? Somehow, Candace thinks that he's losing support. Girl, when you are lying and weaponizing the death of somebody that you were not friends with and were not even communicating with for over a year leading up to his death, I don't know if Jewish Americans think that is a good idea for you to be attacking a widow either. You got a whole Bible that says don't do that. I mean, if they care a little bit, they would tell you, can you stop attacking a widow? You're not helping the cause at all. There's no point you're proving. Biblically, you're making God mad. What are you doing? Whole Bible that says do not attack widows. And she was like, nope, I'm just going to ignore Jesus and keep doing it. And that's it. All because Trump said Brigitte Macron looks better than you. This is over that. I'm telling you all. That's what she's brooding over. Her and Yeasty are feeling really low because Trump said that she's ugly, low IQ, stupid person, and Brigitte Macron is far prettier than her, and that they're going to beat her in court. Oh, Candace. Girl, if you don't go on some vacation somewhere and leave us be, like take a week off and just go and chill. Bye.
I got to tell you, my inbox is getting pretty filled to the brim of people who are Jewish Americans, rabbis even, who write me and say you are right about Sabbatianism and Frankism.
She will never show us
and the
those
Likud Party
emails.
is not at all. It's not a reflection. We have been fighting this battle for decades to get Jewish Americans and Jewish people worldwide to recognize that there is a cult that is claiming to be.
Is it the candy ass cult? I think it's the candy ass cult. Candace, you're confusing them with your cult. You will never show us those emails, will you? Is she ever going to show those emails from all these Jewish Americans? Because I highly doubt these emails are real. She said they're flooding her email. Your candy ass cult members don't count. They pretend to be anybody. You understand? They're the ones that's calling. Somebody was typing in Nigger in my chat. I had to block them because they're an idiot. They don't even use their words. They throw out a racial slur when they can't make a valid, arguable point. Like when they have nothing to say, they get to name call. And I don't even take a political side. But that's what I mean. You see that? I'm not going to stop doing content and keeping my foot on her neck because her cult members only know how to use racial slurs and nothing more. They can't give a coherent response on anything. Use your words. And she certainly doesn't read to them. So, that's not a skill they picked up. But you're saying you're getting a flood of emails. And yet you don't even show proof that you communicated with Charlie Kirk. I mean, come on. You said Laura Loomer is an advisor. We can Google and find out that she's not. Why are you lying about simple things? I mean, she's telling dumbass lies. All because Trump called Brigitte Macron prettier than her. That's how shallow she is. Candace Owens is so shallow that she is seething and brooding over Trump calling her ugly and saying that Brigitte Macron is prettier than her beyond anything else. To the point where she just lied about Charlie Kirk telling her something July of 2024. She is making up conversations with Charlie Kirk again because she's that mad and can't think clearly at all. And this is coming from the woman who thinks that gambling is a gangster move. Never mind it being legal. Can't make this up.
I got to tell you, my inbox is getting pretty filled to the brim of people who are Jewish Americans, rabbis even, who write me and say, you are right about Sabbatianism and Frankism, and the Likud party is not at all, it's not a reflection. We have been fighting this battle for decades to get Jewish Americans and Jewish people worldwide to recognize that there is a cult that is claiming to be Jewish and they are not, and that they are emerging. It's very clear who they are, the way that they...
Yeah, they're the candy ass supporters. She's talking about her own cult, and they didn't even pick up on that. They're emailing her dumb things under various email addresses, because it's what they do. All these so-called, impersonators, CIA investigator impersonators, breaking whole laws, calling themselves mommy sleuths. They're just flooding her email to make her feel better. Candace, that doesn't count. Your cult members don't count.
Respond to death is not natural. It is unnatural. The way they celebrate it, the way they crave it. It's never enough. They like the idea of people dying, being torn apart from their families. It is like they are sacrificing it to a demon because they are. That's what a death cult is. They believe in sacrifices. And I will forever maintain that the first...
While her candy ass cult members send out death threats to people. So if you don't agree with the hive mentality and this dumbass cult, they will send you a death threat. They will dox you, commit all kinds of cyber crimes. Did y'all know that? She's talking about her own damn cult. And they didn't even pick up on that. They're not posting on X about this. How dare you refer to us? You using us as an example. That's not fair. They send out death threats in her name. They will dox you. They will put out your personal information if you don't agree with them and worship the ground she walks on. Candace, you're talking about your own cult. And they email you to make you feel good about things, even though you will never ever prove anything else. They believe every word you say. And yet, if any of you needed your bills paid, Candace will not help you pay your bills. Just as an FYI. Mitch Snow is claiming that he still has not cashed out that saved GoFundMe now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, keep believing that.
Casualty of the Iranian war was Charlie Kirk. I believe he was sacrificed by this death cult. That's my opinion. And I am going to stick to that.
So your cult
despite
took
the
him
many
out?
threats to sue. Money isn't everything. In fact, it's almost nothing. It is.
So you shouldn't have a problem losing that lawsuit. Money is nothing. Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that, girl. Money isn't everything. This is coming from the person that watches Charlie Kirk be assassinated in various videos over and over again and proclaimed to be obsessed with seeing that. She is obsessed with seeing Charlie Kirk be assassinated. The most disturbing, gruesome video of all is the one she's obsessed with looking at from various angles. She enjoys watching this man take a bullet in various videos when she has no idea what the fuck she's looking at. And yet it's still, she's talking about some death cult took him out. Candace, how much did you pay Tyler Robinson? I mean, you're the only cult leader here. How much did you pay Tyler Robinson? You told that boy he would not see a day in prison. Why you lie to him that bad?
It's my opinion, and I am going to stick to that despite the many threats to sue. Money isn't everything. In fact, it's almost nothing. It is.
Okay, well, keep hope alive on that. when you lose that Macron lawsuit, make sure you reiterate to the judge, money isn't everything. In fact, it's almost nothing. I want you to keep hope alive on that. You should not have a problem with Erica Kirk suing you either. I'm just saying. The candy ass cult members, none of you have anything to say if Erica Kirk drops a lawsuit on her. Just hush and take it like a champion, because money is nothing to her. Cool. So stop saying people are trying to bankrupt you, Candace. Money is nothing.
Many threats to sue. Money isn't everything.
Oh God, this is so glorious.
In fact, it's almost nothing.
I'm snipping it. Hold on one second. I need to snip this. Candace, this is going to be a thumbnail for me. I hope you know that, heifer. Money isn't everything. In fact, it's almost nothing, says Candace Amber Owens Farmer. Good. I had to snip that. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you're going to have to eat those words up. April 28th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when you have to go to court. Y'all cult leader said it, candy asses. Money isn't everything. In fact, it's almost nothing. Why do your cult members feel the need to copy and paste the same dumb comments about you being wealthy and rich if it's nothing? Why do they get upset when Donald Trump and many others say that Erica Kirk should sue your ass off and win? If money means nothing, then going to court is just a formality, isn't it? Because you could care less about losing money, right? Y'all see this, right? She said it. Candace Owens said it right here. Money is nothing. So, okay, cool. Oh, y'all, Fax Me is awesome. I love him. He's following me and I'm following him on X too. I love him. Cool guy. So we got the words out of her mouth. Money isn't everything. In fact, it's almost nothing. Keep hope alive, Candace. When you lose millions of dollars in lawsuits, I will be the one to post this up, this snippet. If you all want to do a screenshot, go ahead and take a screenshot. Me and the LLC supporters, the Luxters, will be the ones posting up this snippet of you saying money isn't everything. In fact, it's almost nothing, because money is nothing to you. So you losing $20 million in a lawsuit should mean nothing to you. You see how that goes? This is why, Candace, maybe you should learn to not put your foot in your mouth. But until you do that, yeah, we're gonna have fun with this. Oh yeah, we're gonna take this to the moon. Money is nothing to her. So lose those lawsuits, girl. Heifer, you shouldn't even care if you lose, right? You should be happy to write that check. If the Macrons win $25 million, you should just say, give them the money. It's nothing. It's almost nothing. And she's saying this as a fact. In fact, it's almost nothing. Okay, cool. That means you need to be demonetized. You shouldn't worry about earning any money from your merchandise, your book sales, your paywalls. All of that should be cut off because, in fact, it's almost nothing. Candace, I want you to eat these words up. Eat that crow, girl.
It is nothing next to truth.
Oh, she's so full.
I will say that there were a lot of things when you just look at the people that are around him that are such maniacs that were very memeable. I think people were just saying, this is the end of MAGA. MAGA is dead. Had me feeling a little bit like Charlie Kirk. I was like, like Erica Kirk, MAGA is dead. It's over. Not to be morbid. What are the merch sales? Where are the merch sales? We need merch. MAGA is dead. It's over. We do have some great merch right now.
Did she say she almost felt like Charlie Kirk and him being dead? How's that a joke?
I will say that there were a lot of things. Like when you just look at the people that are around him that are such maniacs that were very memeable. I think people were just saying, this is the end of MAGA. MAGA is dead. It had me feeling a little bit like Charlie Kirk. I was like, like Erica Kirk.
What? It had you feeling like Charlie Kirk because he's dead? Is that the joke for you? Candace, you're a demon. You're a dumb demon. This girl really said this. And you know, stuff like this, people truly say what they mean when they're not even thinking about it. This is not a slip up for her. This is what she meant to say. She's making a joke about Charlie Kirk being dead, and she feels like him because he's dead. This is why you don't get off script either, you moron. This girl is sick in her head, like she's a demon. Candace, he left 2 kids behind. Your 4 kids don't have to worry about when their daddy is coming home unless he's in rehab. Yeah, he's got a record as well. Drunk driving and all. But he's not a gangster. Okay.
You know, MAGA is dead. It's over.
You can't
Not to be
make
morbid. What are the merch sales? Where are the merch sales? We need merch. MAGA is dead. It's over. We do have some great merch right now. That's up on the website. I'll show you guys some of that. And we, of course, the nut jobs and troublemakers. We are third-rate podcasters. We are happy. But this is my new favorite. We dropped this. This is the new. It actually says MACA because I feel like that's the direction. You want to go back up to the green hat. That is the direction that we are heading into. Like it is.
And she doesn't care that any of this money from all this merch can be recouped from the lawsuit. This is part of damage. It's part of the defamation. You made money off of defaming this woman. Trump isn't the only one to say that I hope the Macrons whoop your ass in court. Candace, we've all said that. Your cult members aren't smart enough to articulate how you would ever win, especially when you admitted you defamed them. And you're still doing it. So when you double down on it, I'm glad you said that money is, in fact, is almost nothing to you. Enjoy losing millions of it. To the candy asses, when you all buy this merchandise, remember that she's going to lose millions of it from a lawsuit that's going to go to Brigitte Macron. You all are dumber for clicking submit for this order.
We need to make America Christian again. That is the vibe.
They're
That is
gonna
why
put the
I
money
sense
in the hands of
rising
Brigitte
is that
Macron.
there is just the Christian spirit of people that are just realizing they want nothing to do with the death cults. We are the 4 horsemen of
God.
MAGA. That should be, make sure they fix that, by the way. That should say the 4 horsemen with an E, not horseman. We'll make sure that's fixed if you guys order that today.
Because Candace, you can't spell. Oh my God. How do you not spell horseman? Oh dear Lord. Oh, what's his name? Brandon, what's his that? Officer Tatum? That fake ass officer. He's supposed to be in charge of her merch. Oh, you have messed up. You've shown us exactly what your education status is.
People that are just realizing they want nothing to do with the death cults. We are the 4 horsemen of MAGA. That should be, make sure they fix that, by the way. That should say.
Make sure they fix that. Oh my God, y'all. This is priceless. Candace, you don't know how to spell horse? Wow. This is what happens. See? What the devil meant for evil, God would turn it around in your favor. Candace, you're going to help generate more money for you to lose in a lawsuit from the Macrons and what's going to come down the pipeline from Erica Kirk. Meanwhile, she misspelled horseman. Candace, you really are an idiot. You can't make this up. Oh, this is priceless, Candace. You're so stupid.
The 4 horsemen with an E, not horseman. We'll make sure that's fixed if you guys order that today. And sorry, we obviously got this up pretty quickly, but yeah, we have a whole bunch of new merch that is available on the website. So anyway, you guys, we will be right back after a break.
Girl, y'all. Oh, Candace is the dumb horseman. You know, the one that represents idiocy. Oh. Candace, I'm through with you for the night. We'll laugh at you more tomorrow. Oh my God, y'all. You can't make this stuff up. Candace, you are horrible. That damn Tatum. Y'all, somebody's getting fired. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Oh, y'all, Tatum need to be fired like hell. He misspelled. How did he misspell horseman? They're supposed to be clowning them out, and they couldn't even do it right because they can't spell. You can't make this out. Candace. Oh, when you stuck on stupid, girl, them punchlines just do not deliver well. Oh. This is the same person that admitted that she does not know the difference between the letter N and the number 9. Candace, I'm going to rub that in your face every single time I go live. Do you understand me? She said this out of her own mouth. She does not know the difference between the letter N and the number 9. Of course, somebody spelled horseman wrong. Of course they did. Candace, it's 2 syllables. Horseman. You couldn't get a 2-syllable word right? Horseman. Come on, man. How hard is it, Candace? Come on now. Horseman. Next time you got to sound it out, Candace. Or just Google. Lord. All right, y'all. We had fun with the idiot. Just, ooh, child. Candace, I'm going to bed. I've been laughing for 4 hours straight. Oh, aside from you being a demonic woman that meant to say that you feel like Charlie Kirk because he's dead. I don't know why you just won't leave our planet and leave us alone, but whatever. Oh, God. Well, you had to end it out on her showing us how stupid she really is. Since Candace is an idiot, and we can all agree to that. I enjoyed you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button to the candy asses. I don't care how you people feel. Your cult leader is a moron. She doesn't care about money. And if you buy that merch, it's just going to go into the hands of Brigitte Macron, who Trump said is prettier than Candace Owens. And we all feel very good on that note. All right, y'all be good. And I will see you all in the next one. Until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.